Started my stream.
Hello, YouTube.
Cool to just find a coin and really hone in on it, and like even just 1 minute time frame, just focus in it, scalp it.
Do it up.
On stream.
On stream? Have you ever traded crypto? On stream?
Yeah.
Stream?
That'd be good. On weed.
No. I know you traded crypto.
FTM is launching.
What's it up to?
I'm in a long, and FTM target is 3180. It's gonna make maybe higher high. I should not like take profit. I should exit. I mean, I should set it higher. Maybe 3190.
Before we were using Monday.com.
YouTube's now found a way to block your ad blocker.
They're blocking you from blocking ads?
Yeah. Now we have to find a blocker.
Like a trace
block their
buster.
blocker. Yeah. You have to find a blocker.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's taking another shot at 36.9. Pretty critical level for now.
I haven't done it in a while, and that's notify Twitter, not X.
Your FTM short term is showing harmonics to the downside. But it's already in the middle of playing out larger harmonics to the upside with targets all the way up to 32 cents, 33 cents.
33. That would be huge.
33.
How does that 33? Let's go to. Yeah, if it is clearing all this out, 33.
I think you might run into a little wall right where you're at, with maybe a pullback to like 31-ish. That's target 2 on the smaller bearish harmonics. It looks like a previous area that it was bouncing on. So it makes sense to get a small pullback to that and check it. And if that holds, then you can go try to make a new high.
Yeah, like, okay. The high means, yeah, 33, 34. If it is clearing all this shit. Still has a good chance to make something FTM today. How much for the day FTM?
Yeah, You're tracking
6.9%. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh yeah. It's approaching some back injury.
Yeah. If it doesn't get that high, you got targets looking down more towards 29 and 27.5.
One at 31.87 has been tested. I'm kind of double top at it right now.
Mm-hmm. Rick,
It-
you're kind of low.
People lagging right now though.
Yeah, lagging because it ran a lot. So hope it's gonna make a local high at least at like 2100 again.
Your mic is a little low, Rick.
Oh, I'll fix it.
Sounds kind of distant.
He always says he's gonna fix it, but then
Oh yeah,
he never fucking does.
I have
That
to-
hourly
and
candle
then like,
There we go.
Bitcoin
How's that
got-
sound? Better?
much better.
yeah, that's better, much
Cool.
better.
Better, yeah.
Bitcoin got back above 36.9. If you look at that hourly candle, it's got 10 minutes left. Threw a pretty big wick down. If it holds back above there, you got a good chance of some continuation to the upside, I think.
Yeah.
Rest of the evening.
Seems like it is.
I needed to just take a rest, man. To be honest.
Stay F.
Thanks for not lying to us, Squad.
Yeah, just being
That's for
honest.
what? Oh yeah, yeah,
Because you're being honest.
yeah.
It's 5 in the morning. I'm exhausted if Bitcoin is not.
Was that a bottle rocket?
It sounded like one.
Oh, they're the
Ooh.
night gods, it says. Night gods.
Might have been a missile.
No. It's I'm in a Titanic, I think.
Titanic.
Yeah. In the last scene.
You say the night gods?
Greetings from BA. From Chicago. What's happening, BA?
What up, BA?
Brian Adams. Oh, Brian Abraham, sorry.
Oh, I thought it stood for badass.
May as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Mana's got a 5-minute bullish harmonic pattern with targets up to 53 cents almost, and it's in the entry zone right now. Looks like he did a short-term trend break. He's trying to build support above it now. Stop on that would be 46 cents.
Let it finish the hourly candle.
Just a bit of a badass.
Mm.
This, yeah, I'm just looking at Bitcoin's macro. If it's done for this push for now, or like whether it's due to come back and back test. I feel like it would be good to see it back test 32,000.
Agreed.
Yeah.
32.
But it just depends if it's done feeling out the top of the current range, you know? Like if it's established the top of the range already. it feels so random to just stop at 38 though. Like, I'm just trying to
Look
figure
at
out why.
Look at the weekly and look. It looks pretty clear. There's
Yeah.
like a nice little chunk of consolidation there. The candles went flat for like a couple days.
Oh yeah, like back in early last year. Are you talking about previous sort of action on the chart, or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was like a
I'd say
shelf.
like about like
February.
April, May-ish, probably June-ish of 2022. Yeah, that big like bear flag looking thing on the daily
Oh yeah, that
for
thing
Bitcoin.
was. Yeah, that was brutal. That was when Ukraine got invaded. That was around that time where there was all that volatility.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit before
Savage.
that, but
Huge bear flag.
or I think that the invasion was a little bit before that, but the Do Kwon thing, when it really started to break down, I think was just
that was like
slightly
Dokwon was
before
there.
that.
Mm.
And after it broke out of the bear flag, the whole Terra Luna collapse happened, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, it ended up falling from that, so that was like right about 38K. I remember buying Bitcoin at 38K and really like hoping that it was going to just go up from there, but then I ended up having to sell most of it again, like a little bit. It's like it's just not going up, you know, like it failed to recover. And
what day did it collapse? Like what was the date of the Terra Luna collapse?
I don't know exactly what day.
Oh, on May
I
7,
think it
found
was like, yeah,
May
it was
7.
in May, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, I found it. Whoop. I'm gonna circle that on the chart. May 7, so right, it happened on a Saturday for me. I don't know what this report is saying, like at which what time zone they're referring to.
They're referring to those times that thing is relevant.
Yeah, relevant because we're back at it. We're well, we've recovered that drop at this stage. Almost. There's still a little bit to go, but now Russia officially invading Ukraine, like when it was all mainstream, and I want to find that actual date. Russia invade Ukraine.
I feel like that was between February, March of 22.
Yeah, the 24th of February 2022 was the official day when it was declared. So Feb 24. Oh yes, okay. Happened on that candle there.
So I think that's what brought it down to like that 32 range, and then it bounced from there, made the bear flag, and I remember it making a slightly higher high, and thinking that we could still continue up, but it was only because Do Kwon bought a ton of Bitcoin and was like hyping up the market in Bitcoin, and like with the stable coin UST and Terra Luna, all that stuff, that was all really hyped. Terra Luna was still well above $100, I think.
Luna, beautiful.
Almost in the 200 zone.
It go up and it go back to zero. Cycle of life.
Yeah, cycle of life. Yeah, come from nothing, go back to nothing.
Collapse. Just marking all
And
these things.
Gemini also did that thing where they borrowed a ton of Bitcoin and they sold it all. Like they sold short. I don't know. Like it all just, I don't understand why they would have done that unless it was to try to collapse the price. So like all that shit was happening at the same time.
Let's get a. Oh,
I didn't buy on this last dip. I was busy doing shit. God damn it. But I'm gonna catch the retest here.
I want a big retest, like as big as we can manage. That would be good.
Yeah, big fat one.
Big fat
Get down to
retest.
36.7, bro. 36.7, and then
32, bro. I want 32.
That puts
Dude,
us
I'm
out
talking-
on patterns that are bullish. We
I'm
need
talking
to see
29.
I'm talking 25. Why not?
I'm talking 29 minimum.
No.
You
I'm
know,
talking,
if not like fucking below 20.
I'd like to see 39 or 40 before we retrace the left shoulder. And then we can make a head to peak in the middle or end of November.
Used to have these like little historical moments on the chart plotted out.
That's history.
Oh yeah. Celsius. Is that a CELSIUS? Yes, Celsius.
ELISLSIU. I believe so, yeah.
June 12, it all came crashing down. Celsius posted a memo informing users that it had frozen their assets, sending the price of Bitcoin down. Yeah. 12th of June. On a weekend, come on.
I know, right? How much dirtier can you get?
Yeah, that's nasty, man. Just ruin everyone's weekend.
The hourly did not close above 36.9 on Bitcoin, just below it.
And then all of this carnage from the all-time high, where it just could not get back up. That was when inflation was getting out of control. When was peak inflation? The 9.1%.
January.
Yeah, something like that.
I remember that's when Powell came out and started talking about they were going to reduce their balance sheet. I can see a fucking. I think I'm looking at the space station, right? The International Space Station flying through the sky. Either that or it's a fucking alien spaceship.
It's an alien, dude. 1st of June 2022 was peak. So June. Okay, so that's, yeah, oh, wow. So basically, as Celsius was collapsing, inflation hit its peak. So it had been causing damage since, like, even the COVID dip was the lowest inflation got, and then it spiked up because of all of the stimulus that was coming out of it. So I guess, yeah, for the entire bull run and the all-time highs and everything, inflation was just out of control. The interest rates didn't start raising interest rates off the floor until March of 2022. Wow. That's so late. So late. March of 2022. That's roughly just after the Russia invading Ukraine moment is when that's the only point that they started reacting to the out of control, the runaway inflation. Savage. What's up, OG Alchemist? And what's up, American Crypto Monster? And Doge's XR Penis. How are ya? Thinking alts and Bitcoin will high April 2022. Highs before a nice heavy retrace. So a total market cap of like 2.1 trillion. And after the retrace off to $200,000 Bitcoin, then a long bear market. That'd be really nice if that happened that way. But
Dude says we're getting high right after 420, huh? Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's see you, buddy.
Why not?
I'll match you.
Put your money where your trend line is.
Imagine if the halving happens on 420.
Dude, look how pivotal the New Year's Eve was this year. Like right on the nose. We went bomb, like straight up. It pivoted as the year changed. So we're coming up on the clock change. Less than 2 months away. Is that gonna do something crazy? Like 1st of January 2024. It's gonna happen.
There's definitely something about the holiday season, like Christmas and shit.
Oh yeah, dude, silly season. Everyone's off work, everyone's got their Christmas bonuses. You know, all of the things we were talking about last time around. All of the looking for reasons to go up. Yeah.
Get a Santa rally and then fucking it
Though,
rallies up and then
honestly,
it sells off and then people take all the profits and fucking
thing is though,
finish their Christmas shopping.
Last December it was flat as a tack. Nothing happened really. It was quite flat.
Yeah,
it was quiet as hell. It was like a big nothing burger. Like
Bitcoin was, but fucking the stock market was ripping.
It's because we were still dealing with the fallout of FTX. Everyone was still terrified to touch anything. And remember how scared people were of central exchanges at the time as well? Everyone was buying ledgers and getting their stuff off exchanges because they didn't trust.
Yeah. It was like, get all your shit off of exchange.
Yeah, and then there was the threat of a spread, like things spreading, like the so-called contagion. They were saying, what was it, Celsius? No, not Celsius. Genesis Gemini. There was all that FUD around that, but nothing came of that. Remember when I think it was Genesis were looking for $1 billion or something? They said we have to find it before Monday, otherwise we're screwed or something. They wanted to borrow it. And that faded. We didn't really hear much more about that. It didn't. It's like the narrative just switched off. So strange. Things. I'm just looking back to the last bear market, and it's quite reminiscent of what we've come out of this one, because there was all this support that got established, and then all of a sudden, bang! It lost it and broke down to a new level and consolidated sideways, just like we just did with FTX. FTX broke us down below 17,000. Or 18,000. Down to a new low, 15.5. Chopped in like this, I guess you could call it like a coffin. It was just a death box. Just a sideways box. And then we rose from the dead. Rose up out of it. Just like in 2019. Okay.
I think there's so many people that were just like waiting for it to go lower, and then eventually people were just like, all right, it's not going to go lower.
Yeah, you can only sort of squeeze it down, wring out as much like capital as you can for so long, you know, like it's like a sponge with water in it. You can squeeze it as hard as you like, but if there's no more water in it, you're not going to get any more drops out of it.
I don't know, man. I gotta squeeze a sponge pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, in order to drop the price, like somebody has to sell. And it's just like nobody wanted to sell anymore. Like, not necessarily that there was no buying. It was just nobody wanted to sell anymore.
Hey, fellas, I got somebody want to get a readout on Soul.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're trying to get a little lookout, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Any of y'all already familiar with it? And give it a little shout right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some Soul TA. Let's see, Soul. I'm gonna start out
I've been
like
looking at it, but I'll bring it up.
55.4. Sol is going to be 55.4.
from a macro picture, from all-time high right down to the bear market low. It almost came up to test the 236 fib level. So there's still a long way ahead for Solana on that bigger picture. So I think Solana's still in a good area for accumulation. Anything below the 236 fib, you could treat that as an entire like macro accumulation. And then if you go down to the 4 hour, the hourly chart and zoom in, it hasn't lost market structure yet, by the way. This parabolic move that it's on hasn't lost it. It's
Definitely extended.
Yeah, it's very extended. Yeah, it's dangerous, but it's currently sitting on top of previous resistance there.
Your 4 hour RSI is still pretty cooked. It just dropped back into fair zone. If I was looking for a buy, I'd be waiting for it to come back to the 50 on the RSI and see if it holds support there.
Let's see, oscillators.
Oh
yeah.
Better buying opportunity.
Did you say 4 hour or hourly?
4 hour.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. And the stochastics are still fairly elevated, which means there's a lot of drops still that could happen, stochastically speaking. The MACD is starting to curl as well on the 4 hour. Just trying to see any other hints on other time frames for the oscillators.
Cleo would say too late to long, too strong to short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
At least for
the
me.
story of the week.
If you
Everything
lose
just
this... Sorry.
No, I was just saying everything needs to cool off. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think so. If you lose this little shelf that it's on, that could be a nice short, because once that gets broken and there's some actual follow through, that could be a nice little short right there, down to 53.70-ish, because that was the previous like support. That's a 6% move.
Yeah. I'm waiting till next week to short. It's
Nice.
gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna, it's gonna BART. Everything will BART, except for the shit coins maybe. But stuff like Sol, I still think Sol can easily get up to 80, but if this is a near small term top, then yeah, we'll probably BART for a little bit because it's just too easy of a short opportunity, and they're gonna wash people out by just chopping for a little while. Get to the trend lines.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything is immediate.
It is the largest ABC short I see on the chart. Like we're right at the entry. The fact that it wicked through that level and is back down at it is something to pay attention to. As far as for the bears, I just now for the first time zoomed out far enough to see that. Because as far as resistance, there's really, you break just a bit of overhead and you got clear skies for a while. So yeah, that's a critical spot for Sol.
I don't have the chart in front of me, but I've seen the chart earlier. I can't tell you the number off the top of my head, but I'll be buying once it pulls back to that parabolic curve area on that trend line, even if it's a little bit higher, like on the daily and the weekly. Once it gets down back to there, then I'll be buying and getting out of shorts.
So what do we got? 45 minutes until the daily close. I just think whatever correction we get, whatever pullback, I think the sentiment is so bullish, or, the greed is up. So I think it's going to get bought up. I think a lot of people will step in. They feel a bit safer. It's my vibe. I don't think anyone's terrified of a pullback, you know what I mean? To touch anything or to get into anything. Because the way I feel is, oh shit, I don't have enough exposure and everything's taking off. Like, I'm itching for a pullback. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're scaring me, Rick.
Yeah, Rick, quit being so scary, dude.
I mean...
It sounds like a perfect time for a fucking trap.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a trap.
No, because I think that's how a lot of people are feeling right now, So what a great way to flip back to somewhere that looks safe and then just...
And then dump further?
You wait a little bit and just...
Yeah, look, I think that's been the case every drop we've had so far. like since we got up over 20,000. Because that pullback, it got bought up, and then I think the only way that people have been reluctant to buy is because of the fatigue, like just how long we have to wait between movements. It just, yeah, you have to be real patient. Like all of all of this zone here back in May and April, like peeling off that high that we set in at 31, and then just gradually making our way all the way back down to 25.2 or 25k. That took a long time. That was a long downtrend. And then all of a sudden, price erupts and makes it back up to the highs and makes a new high in only a matter of like 4 or 5 days. Very quick. So it's like if you miss it, it's very easy to miss it. But yeah, layering in, like if you see any dip as an invitation to get in off a high in an uptrend, there's plenty of time to like add in orders on that retracement, which gives you like an average, say like there, and then it rips, and then you go up into profit. So this is like the profit. Same again here, like there was a high, and then it did this like slow bleed where you could average in again, buying every drop. I don't know, man. I just think really long term, like broad time horizon, I think Bitcoin will at least revisit its previous all-time high. And any purchase below 40,000, when we're above that all-time high, will be seen as a good price. So even right now, like, you're not getting the bargain basement discounted prices. Yes, you've missed that, likely. But are you really going to throw the whole 2 years of possible bull market away just because you missed the boat at the start? Like, you have to...
Yeah.
And it's the same case with the alts. Like, you have to get exposure at some point, because if you don't, you've missed it, and like it's just going to run away. And it's going to get worse and worse. It's going to be like, oh, even more elevated. And then eventually you'll be like, shit, I just have to get in. And and you're picking up crumbs, you know? So that's why I've been, dollar cost averaging. Just... And any big dip is very welcome to me. Like, that's cool, because that's just even... It's more opportunity right there. But hats off to the people that had the guts to like buy in late last year, and even like in each of the pullbacks that we've had this year, when it gets real sideways and boring. But if, just looking at the chart as well, zoomed out, treating it as a pattern, it looks like, as it's you can just break it down to a very basic zigzag, and it looks like it's zigged, and now we need to zag. It feels like kind of natural.
Pizza, when you're supposed to French fry, you're gonna have a bad time.
Like, can you zig after a zig? I suppose you can. You can zig after a zig, but it's been zagging every zig. Put it in preschool terms for everybody.
It's been zagging every zig.
It's been zagging every zig.
Just don't get it, man. It's been zagging every zig.
Rick Zag indicator. There are zigzag indicators on TradingView. Alright, delete all this. These little notes. Let's go weekly time frame. So weekly has been a really good oscillator time frame, I feel. Because I think the daily's a bit too noisy for the macro. Tell you what I mean by that. So the macro movement, the RSI has a lot of lows anyway. Like it goes oversold so many different times in the bear market, but if you go out to the weekly, it's less sensitive to down moves on the RSI. Like there was only one really big oversold moment, and that was the Celsius crash down to 18,000. And since then, RSI has been building in spite of the FTX crash, which was the divergence. That was the bullish divergence. The big hint.
Hey, Ocean, you here? Hey, so I didn't feel like typing it, but so that level, the reason why I definitely think it's important, right? Can you hear me? Am I roboting? I'm driving.
Good.
Yes.
Am I roboting or am I clear?
You're clear.
So just be careful with that level, because that level historically did not show any significance on the way up or the way down.
You mean
we cut through that twice?
You mean besides when it topped out there the first time?
Right. Besides that one time when it hit that as a local high, it just cut through it. So just be careful. It could be relevant, you know. I think everything's relevant in the chart. I just think it's
when it fell through it, it spent like 3-4 days bouncing off of it before it continued down. That's something.
Yeah, everything is something on the chart, right? I mean, it's all relevant.
No, I see you.
I just don't know what to take precedent, right? What's happened locally at that level or what happened then, you know? Because locally we cut right through it. And if you look at the VPVR, I'll have to show you when I get home. But I didn't see that level at all. I guess I just ignored that we stopped there on the way up. Maybe I saw it, maybe I just kind of disregarded it. I'm not sure. But thank you for pointing it out.
I'm just seeing the daily right now with that big ass wick that went right through it, and now it's got 30 minutes. It's looking like it's going to close below it, and you know what I mean. That's always a red flag for me. That big wick through and then close below.
Yeah. How big is the daily candle though to the upside?
Let me get out the tape measure.
It ran up to just above 64. We're down at 57.28.
Yeah, I mean that's a nice pullback.
So a YouTube viewer has put a drawing. I'm gonna open that up and have a look. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Channels. Yeah, this is what Lucrative was looking at. These like ascending channels that produce a pullback. Very well done. Like that one.
Oh yeah, Ocean was talking about an ascending broadening wedge on Rune in the higher time frames too. That might be something that's worth showing the viewers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me pin B's Discord into the chat. Just in case anyone has anything to say or wants to join the group or whatever. This is a good time to do it. The gates are open.
Yeah.
How do I tag? Oh yeah. Join B's Discord for free. Alright, there we are.
Oh fuck!
I'll
What did
pin
I
that.
do? Oh, no. What did I do?
What?
I screwed something up on my chart.
You know what I did?
It's all
I
good.
was like half asleep the other day, and a big crash was not a crash. A big corrective candle was about to happen, and I saw it. It was like, yep, this is building up. And I accidentally went long. I meant to hit short, and I went long, and it crashed, and it got liquidated. So I lost my whatever money I was playing with. I think it was like $20 or something. It's like, damn it, that would have been really good.
Yeah.
If I just hit the right button. Oh well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, love. Love, laugh, live. Have you seen that video?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think you'll like it, Kwai. It's up your alley. I'll put it in general.
You have an alley, Clay.
Oh, I do.
You'll love it, man.
Laugh,
Are
love,
others allowed to
live
join you in
mirrors
your
here.
alley?
We got
Oh yeah.
Sure. There's plenty of space up there, you know.
Where's general? Oh, there it is. Yeah, watch that. Laugh, love, live. What do we got? Half an hour left. Half an hour. You know when I say drawing and draw, what do you guys say? Draw? Drawing? Drawing?
Drawing.
Drawing. Drawing. Draw. Draw.
Half an hour.
Hot. Half an
Half
hour.
an hour.
Half an hour. Half an hour. An hour. Hour.
Half an 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 hour. Half an hour. Accents are weird.
You guys are weird.
You guys,
are weird. Why is it getting weird in the general chat? You guys are weird.
You guys are weird.
Why is it getting weird in the general, man? You guys are weird.
That's great. Yeah, I remember your name, Brian. Brian Abraham. Thanks, Rick. You were one of my first gurus back in our Tame the Ark days. That makes me feel stupid. Guru. I wouldn't say guru, dude. I'm still learning myself.
You were though.
Nah.
You came in and talked to people and taught people stuff.
I was just
that they didn't know before.
I was just.
You taught.
I don't know.
Taught them bullish patterns.
Yeah, bullish patterns and divergences and shit. Fibonacci retracements. All it was I was a year ahead. I was still a noob though. I feel like it takes a long time to really know what the hell you're doing. I still make mistakes. I'm like, honestly, there's people in this Discord that are a hell of a lot better than me, and they only came in during the bull market. Like they're better. They've got more discipline, and they seem to be picking out really good buys. Like, yeah, there's people in here that are really quite proficient. They've made great progress. The only sort of, I guess, thing I have is that
Can you point them out to me?
this has been my second bear
Can you
market
point
now.
them out to me so I can go talk to them?
Yeah, you're one of them, Kwai. Like you're good at picking pivots, except your leverage kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you had leverage that can afford you the wobble, like the pullback or the the flush out before the move, you'd be golden. You'd be good to go.
Yeah, and what I discovered is that I think what I'm going to start doing is just having like much larger positions on much lower leverage.
Yes.
And then as the trade works its way, like as the trade works its way further into the profit, I'll just increase my leverage and decrease my margin.
I see. Yeah. Well, that's going to produce the same energy though of the trade, the same result.
Yeah, but then I would have more capital to put towards other trades. Like I wouldn't be tying up so much capital, and I won't get liquidated. Because before it was like I would start off being like, okay, I'm putting this position at fucking 100x, and then like I would just get liquidated really fast because there's no wiggle room.
Yeah.
But when if you're only on like 5x, and then you put in like 20 times the capital.
Oh, T Black, thanks, bro.
Then
$5 super chat.
The wiggle room.
Yeah.
So you can wait 6 days to watch it get liquidated.
Yeah, it just like look, the market, like whoever causes the wiggle to wipe people out, likely the market makers, the exchanges, right? They dominate any chart that below an hour. I feel like they can play games. Anyone that's playing off the 15, 5, or 1 minute chart, they are victims. Yeah. They are the prey, dude. And if you don't know what you're doing, they're chasing. They're gonna hunt you down. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Static trading $1.99. Thanks, bro. He's got the horns up.
Static?
The rock on hand signal.
Why don't you jump in here and give some TA with us?
Yeah, anyone. The stage is yours. If anyone wants to share some screen and wants to broadcast to, we've got 18 people watching now and listening. 19 people now. What's up?
It's actually only Qui-Gons.
Just share some thoughts, yo. What was that, Ocean?
It's actually only Qui-Gon's stage, but he does let us use it. It's very...
Oh yeah. I pay a subscription.
It's a big enough stage, you know? I mean, why would I be selfish with it? It's a big enough stage.
Does it have curtains?
For people to join me. Oh yeah, it does. And they
have beautiful big red curtains. Yeah.
Yeah, and the carpets match.
And a spotlight.
Yeah.
What a guy, Kwai.
And like suspension cables, so you can come in like an angel from above when the curtains open.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got drinking.
What's up, buddy Langford?
Got a little tiki bar in the back.
It's so cool, man. So all the people that jump into my streams, they've been here the whole time. Like they were watching at the depths of the bear market, and they still tune in. So I just hope some of them at least were buying it up.
Bought some shit.
Yeah, doing stuff that I should have taken my own advice on. like accumulated and don't become a victim of FUD. Don't buy into the narrative to capitulate.
Dude, FUD's some real nasty business, man. That FUD.
It is. Hey, look how equipped we are for the next bear market, and we can call it. We can call it for what it is, and we can call it's bullshit because it is bullshit. At the end of the day, all the fear tactics that come out, you buy into it. You buy it up.
Yeah.
Buy that shit.
Speaking of FUD, I just got an alert from MarketBeat. Says breaking. Chinese warships near Israel.
Wow.
I have no idea what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but
I think it means the country of China, the continent. They brought their warships on over.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Aimed at Israel.
I feel like
I think that's supposed to mean.
Do you feel like the market is at a point now where any FUD that comes out kind of gets drowned out or ignored almost?
It's been that way for a long time.
Yeah, like any kind of anything that comes out of the woodwork just sort of gets blindsided.
I feel like it'll have a knee-jerk reaction sometimes, but then it will quickly get brushed over.
It's done to us, and we do it to ourselves. Like it's so easy to just be like, "All right, now I'm gonna entertain myself." 3 seconds later.
Yeah. And I gotta do the I gotta torture myself and look at some of the screenshots I took.
You're into that?
Yeah, dude. I'm into seeing what could have been. I spent too much time thinking about past missed opportunities and things. I should not do that, but
only if you're doing it to figure out how you can do it different next time.
Well, yeah, I just don't want to forget it, because if you forget it, you're likely to repeat it, I suppose. Exactly what you just said, yeah.
If you're gonna just go waller in the shoulda, woulda, coulda, that's not gonna help.
Yeah. Done a lot of that before. Yeah, I've got screenshots that go from August all the way through till like late January. So August of 2022. Shit, I wish I still had that money. Oh,
right.
damn. Yeah. Like just seeing the equity, because the equity is just everything at current value in your what your account's worth. Damn.
Rick, we just talked about this.
Yeah, I know. Look, I can get it back. It's all good. I need to play it safer this time. I have to just not mess with leverage and not go on holidays halfway through the year. Not go on vacation. Man, the bear market, when it eventually comes, like the next one, I know we're talking about that super early, but it seems like that, but it's gonna be great.
Never coming again.
It's actually gonna be awesome, because now we know how to short, we know what to look for, we know the trend situations, and I know a lot of guys in here were shorting in the bear market and taking advantage of all the big drops, which is really cool. But it's like it's just as awesome as a full-on bull market, really.
If you have access to futures, yes.
Well, yeah, definitely. Well, hey, look, I guess the other, if you're a spot investor style, person, you know that really good buying is on the way. If you're getting a bear market, and things are getting savaged, or ravaged rather.
Yeah, for the investors, you see what's happening and you go, all right, time to grind and stack cash.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. There's always something to do in the market, or like at any real moment, I suppose, And there's a bright side to every peak and trough, really. There's action to take. You're either accumulating or distributing. Both are important long term as investing. Swing trading, man. Swing trading is like the beautiful harmony between trading and investing. Getting them swings, and like, you don't have to be ultra patient like you do with investing, and you don't have to be over levered like you are with trading and like risky, but it's like a nice happy medium between the two. Good balance. I think Crazy Fool does that a bit, or that's what he does. He's more of a like catching swings, but yeah, like breaking it down to basics, like just jump on the 4-hour chart and only play the 4-hour and watch the oscillators, and if your 4-hour stochastic RSI is bottomed out, okay, the momentum has come right down, like the market has pulled back a lot recently, because that's what the oscillator's job is. It reflects what happened in the previous bunch of candles, because it kind of looks backwards. It doesn't look forwards. But you can see, okay, at least I'm not buying into a hot move, I'm not positioning for a long when things have just run hot. Just like right now with Bitcoin, things have been running hot. It is kind of risky to start, expecting a swing long from here. I think, look at those oscillators on the higher time frames, like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, even the daily, and say, there is a lot of room below to swing. It might not be a bear market crash or anything like that. It might just be a pullback, but that's enough to at least create some kind of trade. And the beauty of stop losses is, if you're wrong, at least you didn't lose it all. You have your points, your levels of invalidation, and you just respect them. Don't move them. Let them play, let them do their job. They're there for a reason. Let it do its job. Speaking of oscillations on the 4 hour, where the hell are we right now for Bitcoin? Okay, stochastic has actually pulled right back. Stochastic RSI. The standard RSI has come back. It's trying to reapproach the 50. It's currently at, I would say, about 60, just to give you a round number. Let's see what the daily's saying. Yeah, the daily's pretty hot. The MACD's quite elevated. The RSI is elevated. Stochastic is not overbought, but it's showing like this, like kind of slowing and turn, like it's trying to turn a corner. Yeah. November, December. Love that volatility. Look at this, we're back to 37,000 after that little dip there.
Looking really good, Rick.
Yeah, man.
It's almost like we're in an uptrend.
Yeah, it is almost like that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't go talking like that now.
I don't
That's
know
a little
about
too
that,
extreme.
man. But yeah, like.
Did you
that
short the
also-
top, boys?
I look at the oscillator plays, man. That happened on the daily. Let's check the daily stochastic RSI. Let's just say you're playing the daily on 5x on Bitcoin, or 7x or something like that. Okay, let's just blindly buy the swing down and the cross up on the stochastic RSI as a long. That's right there. Let's do another one over here. Here's another cross. It didn't happen in the really juicy zone, but it was there, so a buy would have been there. You would have caught that. You would have caught this. Where's some other ones? This is a juicy one down here because it dipped real heavy. So that's buying around this area. And boom, you had to catch the spike, but it happened. There was one there. It came, look, stochastic came all the way up like that. That's another trade that won. If you can just give a few days of time for these trades, these are nice little swings of momentum. Here's another little one. Little one there. You only have to wait a day for that to play out.
I think we're gonna push all the way till 7:15.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm just scared of the oscillators being hot right now, but it doesn't mean that we can't go high from here. The oscillators will follow. If price goes up, the oscillators will reflect that. Like they'll stay pinned. They'll stay pinned hot. The deceptive thing about the stochastic RSI is that when it dips, it means that the price is crashing, which is not necessarily the case, because look at this uptrend here. I'll just like underline it. Look at all of this. That on price looks like it's just been nothing but up, right? Like there's been some kind of, there was a sideways squeeze here and then a pop up, but then look what happens on the stochastic. It has this giant dip, huge dip, and that's just the loss of momentum during the squeeze. That's all it's reflecting. It's not saying that there's a crash. It's just saying that the momentum has slowed down, like the movement. It's kind of like a speedometer in a car. It doesn't suggest direction, it just suggests speed, the stochastic. Now RSI, on the other hand, just the standard RSI, can be a bit more suggesting of direction. And same with MACD. Hopefully that unravels the mystery a little bit of why the stochastic does crazy shit like that. Which means, hey, look, we are up here, and even though the stochastic is running almost hot here, we could still see another really big green candle on like Monday or Tuesday or something like that.
It's just not getting fired up.
Could be, could be. Hey, look, we've still got a lot of room for bearish divergence too, because we've only just started creating hot RSI peaks here on the daily. We could do this, and that could be like a bearish divergence, which means this on price, like a hotter price, but a cooler oscillator, which could be the push to 40 or 42,000. You know what I mean? Just saying.
Quite a bit of lines there, mate.
Yeah, mate, that's oscillators for you.
These are
just
all
my
the lines from.
These are me price levels. Every $1,000 I put a line.
1,000. Damn, bro.
Yeah.
It's like ultimate
I can turn them
BTC
off.
grid bot.
Yeah, I can turn them off if you like. I can take it off if you like. Hey.
Oh yeah, take it off, baby.
Take off those lines, man. Hey, I'm all for Bitcoin to feel out the top of this box here. Like, I want to see it come up and test the 0.5
What's that
fib.
fib right there?
$42,000. 42,200.
Oh yeah, yeah. I knew it was something so good about you.
Yeah.
You just great.
Yeah, dude, look at that. And look, can I show you? Look at this. Are you watching my screen there?
Yeah, I'm on your
The real?
screen.
Yeah.
I got you live.
Check out the beauty of this. Look at that one. From this bear market, look at the way it recovered in boxes like that. I'll take it off automatic. And then boom! Holy shit, man. Look at that.
That's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
It's a big
that's what
box.
happened. That's what happened. And it was from these building blocks. There was 4 of them. The 4th one got real tall. And this is what's exciting is if we do anything similar to that, we're still only in the 3rd block. Look. We're still in the 3rd block.
Wow.
Does that get you bullish or?
Yeah. I mean,
It's not. It's not. All I'm saying is I'm not trying to say that's what's gonna happen. It doesn't give you a guarantee or a likelihood. It just says it's possible. Like, yes, we've seen it behave like this before out of a bear market, so it's
Hey,
possible.
you know why I like it? I like it because they say retraces are always like part of the chart, right? So
Mhm.
if we only doing a retrace from the high back up to the high again because of a move before that, I'm riding on that. I'm banking my hat on it.
what's cool about these boxes is that they're kind of like they're still accumulation zones.
Yeah.
Like as the boxes play out, it gives you a chance to accumulate just in a higher range.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
You
This was
buy the bottom.
This was the
you get to
discount
sell
box.
the top once or twice,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
you
the
and then you buy
FTX
the
box
bottom.
was the best. That was like your Black Friday sales box. That FTX drop. Damn.
Yeah.
It literally happened during Black Friday. Like what was that? Late November. We were in that box.
Yeah, some of us bought there.
And then we got back into that real big like range that we found ourselves in late last year.
Yeah, it's our Black Friday sale, baby.
Yeah. And then
that was the ideal short area. That was when it was the best to short.
And then this is where we start seeing like hope up here, like because we started treating the top of the discount box as support. So it's like, oh, we've leveled up here. And look, we just recently left level 2. We're in level 3 now. So it's like, if we do any kind of parabola out of this, like something like this, it's possible. I mean, I don't want to say it's gonna happen, but if we do, this is just a hypothetical. This is still not a bad buy. That's
Hey
dude,
Rick,
these aren't too
check
bad.
that 4 hour on Bitcoin again. Oh man, that bearish engulfing candle turning into a drumstick.
I think the first box is a mixture of like anger, depression, and like
expecting
disbelief.
another leg
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that kind of shit.
That's like
yeah.
anger, depression, and disbelief. Then the second box is like optimism, and then this box that we're in now is like the beginning of hope.
Oh, I got
Or disbelief.
some YouTube comments. Someone told a joke that I have to read out in a second. What's in a blue metal?
I mean, I'd say if anything, the second one is kind of disbelief, and then maybe this box is optimism. So the second box
I
is
think you're
disbelief.
disbelief.
This box is optimism. I totally am.
My 4 hours
I
say
think
we
you're
take
in
it
disbelief right now.
I am.
bounce better. Like we bouncing off the top of the.
I mean that in a good way.
I'm in denial.
Yeah, we know it.
So,
Hey Rick,
disbelief.
show me that 4 hour chart you got, Rick.
The 4 hour?
That ain't just a rubber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, check that 4 hour candle out now.
Ooh.
What up, Turbo?
What up, what up?
Oh, Turbo, what's happening, bro?
Oh, Rick.
Look at
Hey.
Turbo. Rick. Yeah,
we're
look.
doing
Woo, look at that pump.
Man, that 4 hour is looking
Whatever.
like a oh man.
Some matches.
Whatever part of the chart where it
Rick
says
analysis.
I can't, where it says I can't believe the government could do this to us. That's the part that we're in right now.
How could they lie to us like this, man?
Well, it says it in the name, man. It says it in your president's name, Biden. If you see an opportunity, Biden.
If you voted for him, tell your funds Biden.
If you're scared, sell then. But if you're confident, Biden.
Is that Australian for liar?
I don't know.
No.
I didn't take it there, but no. So who's the next president? Seldan?
The next president gotta be a billionaire boys club, man.
Seldom.
The next president is the Don.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The next president's a lot like the last president. The
I
GOAT.
think I read somewhere just recently that the election is exactly 12 months from now, roughly. Is that right? Exactly, roughly.
That's right.
Yeah, November 3rd or 4th next year, right?
Oh, there you go.
I'm going for Trump.
I also read that we've never had a recession in the third year of a president's term. Like, so in the third year of the presidential term, we have never had a recession. But the second most frequent time that we have a recession is during their fourth year.
I thought it was during the second year.
It's the first year is the most, the fourth year is the second most, the third year is, or the second year is the least, and then the third year is there's been none.
Yeah, I like how Obama was president during the recession, but he got reelected.
Yeah.
Obama was a good Democrat.
He was good at drone strikes.
As far as Democrats go, he was one of the better ones, probably.
They all the same.
Cycles. Yeah, look, I think politicians are just politicians, man. I don't care where they're from or what they do. If you're a politician, you're playing the game. You're playing that political game, and either you're a nice guy.
The real will tell you.
You know
the
ones
about Obama. The real will tell you.
Yeah, the ones that butter people up and they're all Mr. Nice Guy and they come across real good on camera and stuff and they talk the talk and all that. But then their actions can be different, or the agenda. Yeah, good popular president, like good at getting votes and shit. And then there's the ones that just
You're
are
good
fucking
talker.
blunt and like kind of shocking. I feel like that's what Trump was. He was like very blunt, shocking, but yeah.
He's very bold.
Yeah, and people weren't ready for that because you haven't really had that in a president in a long time, right?
There's presidents who ride the dick of the elite, and then there's presidents who don't, and there's really only one that never. Well, actually, there's two. The last one got his wig pushed back.
Oh, there's the daily. Thank you, Alchemist. Daily candle.
Good call. Good hit though. It looked real good.
I saw this comment about the next election and saying America needs a break, like as though it was like a relationship. Like America just needs to be single for a little bit. Do some.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you imagine that? Just no president.
Just be single for a while.
Just be single. Keep swinging from.
No, we need a motherfucker in there that does
That'd
something.
be great. No mother government for right now. Oh, that'd be off the fucking hook.
Yeah.
Breakout Bitcoin. Let's go, baby.
Oh yeah, that's a good start to the daily so far. Just a little tickle. Man, we need Drew. Drew, he's good at like commentating moves. I really like Turbo. Turbo's style is really good too when he gets excited. I love that.
Rockets.
Well, we have a third inside day.
Yeah.
So this is breakout. We have to break up or down. My bet is on.
Oh man, here we go.
I'm waiting for that 50-50 chance clip to play
we
there.
have to break up or down.
50-50 chance.
Well, it's
50-50 chance.
We don't have to.
No, we do though. It's 3-2 shark pattern, so most likely it's gonna
Totally sit and chop sides for days.
Oh yeah.
Fuck off, matches.
Is that Kiki? That's a
Mimi.
funny sample.
That's Mimi.
Mimi. Oh, okay. Got my Mimi and my Kiki mixed up. Sorry about that.
So does that daily RSI being cooked not make anybody feel like we gotta at least do a little bit of chopping and a small pullback here?
I was suspicious of it. Yes, I was like
I
looking
think
at that.
so.
However,
We've had yet to.
be careful of have-tos. That's because that's
Yep.
screwed me in the
Structure
past.
first. Structure first. Trend second. Indicators third.
Yeah, look,
yeah, not and any of those other things weren't already considered. Just talking about this particular
yeah,
thing.
that's it. No, I totally agree, Ocean. It's you can't just pass it up. Yeah, it's significant to mention. Got to be cautious.
Once the structure looks weak, then you be scared. That's my opinion.
Well,
4 hour can push.
Or not scared, but then you short. You know, then you expect more downward pressure.
I mean, for me, if it's gonna chop sideways, I just want to sit and watch. That's kind of what I'm trying to prepare for. And
The daily.
that 30, or what was it? 37.7 basically. That was a shelf we fell off of, last year. So I mean, until we've gotten over that pretty clearly, I don't see why we wouldn't just sit here and chop.
I just want to reflect on how savage that move. It was a $2,000 at least correction off that high when we pushed to almost $38,000 in 2 hours. Inside of 2 hours. That's wicked. How much percent was that drop? That was 6% drop on Bitcoin inside of 2 hours. Woo! Bitcoin acting like an altcoin.
Number one shitcoin guy.
But what does it tell you that we're back above 37 right now after that more than $2,000 sell-off? And the length of the wick. Look at the length of the wick, man. Look at the length of the wick. That is buy pressure, man. That is people buying the dip, big time.
Big
Nice candle.
wick energy.
Oh yeah. Ah yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
we've
it's,
seen it before where the monthly sticks pinned to the top while we rip. And if you think about it, your weekly hasn't crossed over yet, although it's cooking. But if your 4 hour wants to push and your daily wants to come down, your sideways movement is probably inevitable. But then once the daily cools off, you're going to try to push again, I think. I'm having a blast with AVAX. Is anybody else trading AVAX? This thing has been so much fun today.
Oh, you know I am.
I know you are. I mean, I must have traded 15 times already on its ups and downs. It formed a beautiful cat. It's in a tail. I don't know,
It's approaching
man.
resistance right now.
I'll tell you that.
This could be a
That thing's making
breakout
so much money.
as you mentioned it right now. This could be. It's coming up to the.
21 bucks,
here.
man.
21.
Creeping on a come up.
Creeping on a come up.
21 to 24 bucks is what I'm looking at. It's my final target. On the swing, at least,
I'm gonna track its progress on stream.
Bam. Let's go.
Oh, coming up on that high. Dude, it's got energy.
I'm glad Turbo's trading these fucking blue chips now, bro. I know you're having fucking fun, dude. Holy shit,
Oh
they're
yeah,
fun.
today yeah.
It's a breakout.
Well, I exited.
Se-
I'm gonna
17
tap
bucks
back
is
into
still
it.
the resistance. Is it gonna pop?
Bam.
It looks
Let's
looks
go.
good. Is it? Yeah, there it goes. Just.
The 4 hour was
Careful.
just beautiful earlier on.
Yeah. Careful of them
So I
swing
kept on-
fails.
Yeah, it just got rejected at that high.
Swing fail.
So
Try to take my profits. What's up?
What got rejected where?
it looks
AVAX.
like
Like-
1701.
Yeah, just
Honestly, it looks like
micro,
it's gonna
man.
fucking rip, man.
It does look.
Oh yeah, okay. On the small time frame.
I mean, look
Yeah,
at the trend. Look at the trend, man. It's very strong. There's no doubt about its momentum.
Man, we just broke straight through that 0.5 at 36,994 like it was cake.
Yeah.
Crazy swell up. It got rejected where?
Yeah, I was thinking because I remember I have the chart in my head, and I'm like, wait, where's it getting rejected at?
There's just so many. There's so many of these now that are like on like they've done their cup. They might get their handle on 4 hours, and then just take off like a bat out of hell out of this formation. Like we think they climbed, but this is just where they break out for the climb. This was just a run for it. The handle will be the inverted cat. That's fine if that's the case. If it fails that tail and it is a handle on a 4 hour, wow, there's so many of them ready to go.
Yeah, and a lot of the alts just broke structure, man, to the upside. They just broke past previous highs that they were below for like 8 months.
Yeah.
It's good.
You want to hear something crazy? I'm going to tell you this. It's funny as hell because my brother-in-law didn't want to hold on. He told me I'll take the cash, right? When I helped him a few weeks ago. Let me read you that list again. ADA.LUNC, Luna, Link, VET, and ETH is what I sold for him. They all ripped.
Not bad, man. I like that list.
Dude, I've been trading the list. That's the funny part.
The list needs more soul. Did you put soul in there? Was soul?
He's got Solana, but he's still got Solana. He's in it. He already just tripled. Because he had Solana tripled. Let me rephrase it. He was in a loss on Solana, but 2 weeks ago, he had left $165 of it. 2 weeks ago, Solana was like, I don't even think it hit 30 yet.
Yeah, it was under 30.
I can't believe Solana.
68.
I can't believe Solana's low was $8. That's crazy.
That's insane. I can't believe so many of us didn't buy because we were being
trade at 35.
Oh, dude, it felt like something
hammered
that
by
you're not
the-
supposed to touch with a 10-foot pole. That's what it felt like at the time.
Yeah.
It was a Sam Bankman-Fried thing. It was disgusting. It was like venom, like toxicity. Don't.
Yeah, I'll never listen again in those situations ever because I was the naive one. Like I was I don't know all these coins guy, and I remember Trago being on that trade, and I had an opposite TA of him at the bottom of it. Regardless, he wanted to buy so bad, and it was like, no, it's going to $5. It was being said in the group. And then same thing with Luna. I can't fucking.
I wonder who
believe
that
how he-
was that was saying that. I'm trying to.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm trying to think
Yeah.
who that could have been that was saying that.
Yeah. And then there was the Luna, which I think I got yelled at for buying it on the bottom. Like legit yelled at. Started an argument in the group.
We got fucking me and Z got reamed out.
Yeah.
Trying to buy it because we recognized that it was the bottom.
Dude, we bought it at
We got
so many
reamed out.
zeros, and I can't believe we didn't keep it. I can't fucking believe it.
We
Well,
got,
this is-
there was a lot of attention on it. We got reamed out for communicating that
we had Gigi having a breakdown about it. It started an argument with Gigi and I while she was still in the group.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Is there Gigi, Kiki, and Mimi? Nice.
Yes, sir.
I love
They
that.
were, they were tag teaming to make sure that you didn't make money, or that, you know what I'm saying, you spent all the months here, all the days here, all the weeks here, and now you're not supposed to do something.
I remember the argument perfectly. It was about setting a bad example to others. Crazy. We bought it so low. Oh, you're cutting off. Sorry, my bad.
It's like, are you? The question really was, look, are you gonna buy it? Because she was like, I'm worried that other people might hear you guys and buy it, and we're just sitting there laughing, like, good, like, they'll make money.
Crazy. I was trying to scalp it back and forth, and nobody would buy my position. Like I would buy it, and nobody would buy it when I would sell it, and it would only give me it would only allow me to sell a certain amount because it was dead.
So
it was hilarious.
Turbo, I was discussing this with Kwai and Ocean just earlier, like about an hour ago or half an hour ago, is that we have now experienced a bear market, and we know how things feel and how revolting it feels in a bear market, and now we know what to look for as really good opportunities and not to get scared of it, like not to be terrified.
Oh yeah.
Because it is designed to terrify you, like the you know, all the opinions that come out of YouTube, like all of the so-called experts, like the people calling for lower lows and all that stuff, like they're just trying to capitulate and get people to part with their crypto. That's all it is. They're trying to make it go
It's a
cheaper.
shame.
No, they just don't know what they're talking about. Is what it is, bro. They ain't been around, so those people don't know.
Well, we know now,
and you're not gonna know.
There's so many. Listen. There's so many more bad traders than good traders that the internet is swamped with a lot more feeds and links on things that are wrong.
Now, so
Right?
off the back of that,
See what I'm
man,
saying? Yeah.
off the back of that, my point that I was going to make was we've seen a bull market too, because we came in on like a lot of people in here met each other, like we all met in the bull market.
DOGE.
And what mistakes, what things do we wish we didn't do that we did, that we can use as a lesson for the upcoming bull market? You know?
Well, we did a lot of buying tops and hanging on to that shit.
Exactly. We did. Bought a lot of tops. So
I know that I have a lot to learn
and we
on
refuse
top.
to look at anything new.
yeah, just take those things, take those lessons and that kind of mentality into this bull market and use it to your advantage. Because when we were like low, when we were crashing down, we're like, shit, I wish I opened shorts up that high, you know, like where we started really seeing signs of things turning and not going back for a long time, and we're still not back. Those are going to be some sweet shorts, like to hold for a while, you know.
If Solana keeps holding 58, I don't know what it's at right now. I'm just saying I did an earlier TA on it for myself. That's your 0.5 for the day, huh? So your target's 75 on it, in my opinion. If you
me too. Mid 70s.
Is AVAX going to be the next one to reclaim $100?
Oh, I don't know. I love AVAX today. I don't know about where it's going. Because they all have this pattern.
Those highs were in the close to 200. So
holy crap!
Even
ADA. Look at ADA. It's at that point too. It just broke. You know.
ADA's got an Adam Eve on the monthly.
Oh shit. So. Yeah, I'm going to be watching these this week, and especially on my drive down to Florida. while I'm bored or something. What other one was there? I don't know why. Oh yeah, Link. Link had something that I saw that kind of tripped me out for a sec.
Y'all see how fast those market caps can double though from the bottom? Isn't that crazy? Look at AVAX
That's
market
amazing.
cap double from the bottom.
Yeah, I feel like my face is
More
still
than
melting. It's a face melter.
Oh yeah, Link was the $18 mark, right? It's funny. Link
I was-
18, ADA is at. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was expecting more time from this bear market, or at least sideways, like a crypto winter. I was expecting months and months of that, but it didn't really happen like that this time.
We were overdue, man. If you check the timing on every other cycle, we were overdue.
Yeah, true that. Well, hey.
Rick, I'm with you. I thought there was going to be some sideways movement, but we went
Yeah,
right down.
I thought there was going to be plenty of time, to deploy capital, but things just took off, and it's like, ready or not, here I come. And that's why I'm crossing my fingers. I'm like, dude, I would love a big reset, because I know we're going up. I'm so confident in the fact that there's gonna be a big move, like a big market coming. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. Think about how messed up the economy is, right? Like how tight and restricted everything is right now. Capital's not flowing like it can. Like there's a big.
You'll know when it comes over your face.
Didn't Measured Cap sell all his things because he said we were going to go down in November?
I don't know, man.
Like he was there. He bought everything. He bought everything. And he had the first rip.
He's another guy that needs to get a microphone already.
Fuck,
I'm glad
you sold everything.
I'm glad we convinced KG to start talking on mic, because he was just text for so long. It's like, dude, your plays are just too good to be like.
It was
sitting there
Turbo
on
that
text.
did it.
It was. And
Turbo's the one
you
that
were there
ultimately
too.
got him in here.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for quite a things that happen.
Yes, sir.
Because it's. I really am though. I'm just not the
you're a
guy that
father.
likes to always say, "I told you so."
You're a channel father.
Yeah, that's why
yeah,
when I take calls from you and I get wrecked, I blame it on you. 'Cause you're responsible.
Oh, that's okay. Dude, your mic is epic tonight.
This
is it? Yeah, dude. Thank you. So, like, I got a new
epic.
headset with a new microphone.
Did you? I almost didn't
Yeah.
recognize you. Yeah.
Nice.
It's just like
so it sounds good though.
That
It
sounded like
sounds great. It doesn't even sound like you.
It sounded like a compliment. Like, your mic is epic tonight. Like a compliment you would give a girl or something. Like your makeup is on point tonight. Like it could be bad tomorrow or something. You know.
You look radiant tonight.
Oh, your mic is epic tonight. Damn.
Absolutely.
That's how I heard it.
Absolutely radiant.
Like, wow, you look good today. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a why.
The hell
I looked good
happened?
any other day.
You ovulating?
Oh man. Well, where's Sammy lately? Does he doesn't come on for a couple more hours or something, doesn't he? After the daily. Maybe he's on a hot date.
Maybe, but not likely.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't know that. Sammy.
No. Yeah, he might be. He might be on a hot date.
I was gonna say, Turbo, you're like one of the many pillars of the community. There's a lot of pillars. That's why it's strong. Yeah, what's up, Static?
I
heard you say yo.
What's up, brother?
What up, Mr. Static?
Bitcoin's still up.
What up?
Static here.
Turbo.
Yes, sir. Nice to hear it from you.
Who's on a hot date?
Oh, I don't know. I was speculating, man.
About who?
About Sammy, because it's like, isn't he usually in here around daily? I don't know. He's busy. What do you feel? What are you feeling, Static, about current situation with Bitcoin? Do you think that we're due for some kind of retracement, like leg down, feel out some supports, or do you feel like a move up is justified? Like, you know.
I got my chart up if you want to see it.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll give you my very quick opinion. I feel like things are kind of hot right now, and that a step backward would be healthy, and not a stream. And I don't mean a trend killing step back. I just mean a step back to be healthy. But yeah, I'll put you on stream. You're on my YouTube stream right now.
This is going to be probably a world's first TA from me that I don't know. I'll tell you why I don't know. So you remember I was talking about this channel here for weeks, that this was a ascending channel, which is typically bullish, but there were some divergences on both the volume and the on longer time frames. I think like the daily. Yeah, you got volume divergence, you got MACD histogram divergence, and so I was calling for 3132, which seems likely.
That's what Lucrative was pointing out too. Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So 32 is this red line right here. 31 is the yellow line. I figured we need to cool off and revalidate support. And the reason I thought we needed to revalidate support is because this channel took a significant amount of time. I mean, this yellow line here, this red line, it's real, so it just can't keep going up, especially since we were getting close to this other red line, 38K, which is a historical resistance on the previous run that we did back, in 21. So 3132 was my TA, and then this shit happened. Was quickly rejected. These two red dotted lines that I've drawn are new. I put those on, I think, this morning. Basically, it's doing like a funky symmetrical triangle here, and the lower half of this triangle runs back down here to these other angular support pivot points here.
Yep.
So right now there's one of two scenarios. Either A, the symmetrical triangle breaks up, and this is crypto manipulation. And there's no other way to say it. I know Kwai's going to love to hear that. But this is a bull trap, then a bear trap. They're trying to get people to try and guess which way it's going to go. Even on the lower end of the symmetrical triangle, you can see it's just holding on. Then it started to dip. Then you get a bullish engulfing candle.
Yeah,
so in theory,
it makes you think you've got your result. That dip there, where it dipped out of the support. Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. Okay, we know the answer now. And it's
so in a perfect
in a vacuum. In a vacuum, where I would actually lean in a vacuum towards a rejection, and that we actually drop back down, maybe to test this lower end of the channel one more time at 35, maybe the heart of the channel at this 50 EMA on the 4-hour. Measured move, though, on this symmetrical triangle is below this channel, which then maybe indicates we are headed to 3132. How we got where we are, what broke us out of here was news. BlackRock's ETF on ETH is what sent this kind of parabolic. I honestly have no idea I'm looking at this chart and thinking about what's going on in the world. Not in the world, like not talking about war in Israel. That doesn't really affect this chart. But what's going on in the world more, like with BlackRock and the ETFs and Gary.
Yeah, the narrative.
Your guess is as good as mine. We could probably in the next couple of hours come to the end of the symmetrical triangle and break out.
It's definitely apexing. Look at that. It's like right into the pocket.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, what's funky about this one is if you look at it on the hourly, like I said, it's not an easily identifiable symmetrical triangle unless you take these 2 points in, you know, factored in. Because I actually drew this like this morning, so these hourly candles here had not printed yet. I had just drawn it from here, 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 and then obviously the obvious on the top.
What about that one, the top one? Does that go back in history and touch anything?
I don't believe so. Let me see.
it might. Probably like from 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, no. That just goes,
what number?
Goes off
up
into
to that
space.
space station you saw earlier.
What about on linear?
Look at this chart when you did that, though. Oh my lord. Whoo! Static.
Yeah.
I don't often tell you to jump on my chart, but I would love for you to take a look at something that might.
I'll jump on your chart anytime, baby.
Nice. All right. Just locally on a 1 hour.
Hold on. Let me look.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So locally on a 1 hour, we had our rip up to this level that we have going on here. We had our first dip, lowest low of this entire level, to our top, our scam move here, which happened on a Fed day. This is why we did this. News, exactly like you say. This is the typical move. You have your rip up, rip back down, creates a Fed move, bounces on what is now a perfect 0.5 from your low to your high, 0.5. From this bounce, if we stay above 35,628, I think we're going to have a serious rip to 42K. How? I don't know, because like you're saying, some of the oscillators are, well, not like you said, we were just talking about this, but you do have a push that can come up on your 1 hour. Over here, your MACD. So I think we're actually going to go retest the top of the box and not come down. That's already been confirmed here. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, from our bottom here, we're redoing the same fractal over here. This here is most probably this here. Not most probably, because I don't know where it's going, but if I had to anticipate it, that's what I'm looking at. So the actual move here would be us staying anywhere above this 0.5, trying to climb higher, and then having, you know, maybe our touch of the 42K, which you know is the macro 0.5 from your
5 fib.
Yeah.
From peak to trough.
Then, if it is your retest from, you know, obviously what was a bull run, then you're put back over here for your next rip. I can't tell you what that would be, but if that wick was any anticipation of where we're going at 138, eventually, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know. Hey, I didn't put that wick there, but I'm just saying, like yeah. It's just, for me, it's just about local fibs and stepping up. As long as we step up and create those boxes like you like to talk about, Rick.
Yeah, dude. I think you've got it. I reckon you're on the money with something playing out similar to how we came out of 2015 and built up for 2 years to the 2017 all-time high of $20,000. If we had anything like that, that's possible too.
We broke trend a long time ago.
Yeah. You need an old chart
Right.
for that too. You need like the index or something. Yeah.
You know, this
No,
takes
just
time
type
to
in
do.
BTC USD. BTC USD, you pick any of those charts, it'll give you the whole history.
Yeah. Yeah.
So every time we go too far in history, people try to compare events that really
Yeah.
decimated charts in certain areas. Thing is, what they don't realize is that the momentum behind them draws, it's the same path. It's just a different volume. This and this and this here
Yep.
made one big one here.
The lunar and Celsius
Right?
drops made FTX look like a baby. Because
Yep.
they were so much bigger in magnitude. And that's because there was still
Learn-
so much there was still so many positions open at those stages, that's all. Not because one was more dangerous than the other, it's just a timing thing.
There was more contagion and more over leveraged players.
Yeah.
You know, a
Crazy.
lot of
What,
times when we do
what
this,
chart?
oh,
Are you on log or regular?
no, I shouldn't be. No, I don't use log. No,
Did you say that we're approaching the 50 fib on the macro trend? Because I have us already past the 50 fib on the macro trend for both log and regular.
really. Oh,
On the, like, you're talking like on the entire move from 69K down to 15?
on the entire,
Yeah.
not from the 48 to the bottom. So 48
Right, so
to
your
the
50
bottom,
fib
it
you
was
were talking about,
31.9.
you were referencing like a 4-hour chart, or were you talking about like, you know, zooming out from the 69K top to the 15 bottom?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on inverted
Yeah,
right
which
now.
would be on a different. Yeah, so now I'm
okay,
inverted. I'm just double checking something, but
Yeah, I have
So
us
the
breaking that
question
50
was-
fib at
yeah,
32K.
yeah, 31. Yeah, exactly. So 48 here to our bottom. We've passed it. Beautiful move. It was great. We created a support. Hopefully now, you know, if we go revisit it,
Right.
it's a rejection on the inverted from the bottom side, which is usually strong
Right.
for a take back. Yeah, you're right. So 100%. So from the 48 to the floor, yes, 31.9. But from the, you know, if we are stepping up into a different time frame, like, you know, wanting the weekly to actually go and hit its 0.5, then I would think, you know, on this oscillation here,
Yeah.
you'd get your 42K.
I think we're going to have to at some point, you know, no matter what happens in the next week or two or the next days or two, whether we go to 42 or we don't, I think at some point, one or two scenarios are going to play out on the weekly. We're either going to, no, I think we definitely have a destiny with 42 first. The question is, do we come back down to the 50 fib, which is 32K, before we go to 42, or do we go right now to 42 but then get rejected and come all the way back down to the 50 fib at 32, almost a 10K move to validate that support,
Ding, 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 ding,
and
ding.
then go back up to 48?
So I have a
I
way
think the
of
story. I think the story of Bitcoin between now and the halving in April is going to involve three numbers: 42, 32, and 48.
48.
Yeah,
43.
and I think those are going to
48
be major pivot points that we're going to explore in whatever order we explore them, whether it goes 42, 32, 48, or it goes right now down to 32, back to 42, and then back to 32 and up to 48. I think there's going to be some volatility, which is really actually exciting. I don't play that volatility. I'm, like you guys know, a long-term swing trader. I look to get in, you know, and get out like over the course of 3 years, 4 years. But what we've missed from these crypto markets that we used to have back in 21 in the tame days, in you know, Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live, is the average true range. The volatility used to be crazy. We'd have 10,000, you know, day Bitcoin moves. On DOGE, it would be up 15 cents, down 20 cents, up 16 cents. And those are the type of moves that really make you the money if you know what you're doing.
Let me
If you don't
plug
know what you're
something in there real
doing because
quick.
you're not in one of these discords and you're just like some schlep, on your Robinhood account, you're just sitting there crying or cheering. Yeah, there's so many opportunities coming up because you can already see on the charts across the board, volatility is starting to pick up.
Yeah, I love
So
it.
if the fractal repeats from 2015 to 2017, the cycle, just like it is right now, it's following. You check 48K, and then you come back to 32 and check 32.
I like that.
I'm not a believer in fractals, so
You don't have to believe in it. Just go put it on your chart and look at how similar it is already.
yeah, no, I get it. I probably could, and it would plug in, and it would look very similar. But like history, it's the expression history repeats, but it rhymes.
That's right.
Everybody likes to throw these fractals out, but I've yet to see any fractals that actually play out like the previous. They're all very different, otherwise.
So the number one mistake people make when they do that is they go too far. So if you're looking at a cycle that's like a yearly cycle, then you can catch it because you don't have too many years to go back where you have that print. But there are very substantial differences where you could get wrecked on leverage on those. I would agree. But when you take something that's very close to what's happened on a chart, so if you're on a day, if you're on a half hour chart and you saw it on a 15-minute, a lot of times it'll reproduce. It's so close. I've always told the group, don't take look just left on the chart and go from that. Get into the same market space.
I didn't say it before 10 minutes ago when you were showing the fractal on BTC hourly, because I didn't want to push the issue, but since I've been somebody pointed out directly, I didn't see that as a fractal. I see two completely different things. You pointed out the one you circled, the long bottom one you circled, is not a ascending channel. It's a sideways accumulation channel. And then the one you were comparing it to as a fractal is a completely different animal. It's a 45-degree ascending channel. I don't see the correlation between those two as being a fractal.
Let me ask you something.
That one right there, Turbo.
Do you trade shape? Do you trade patterns?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, then you trade fractals, and I don't trade fractals. But just to be clear, but if you look at the 2015 to 2017 cycle and you print the fractal over top of current price action, it is almost identical. And
these are the same fractals.
But what I can promise you is when this cycle is over, they won't look anything alike.
No, they deviate, and I don't trade fractals. Everybody in here knows I don't. That's not anything that I trade off of. But I keep everything in mind. I try to keep an open mind when it comes to the technical.
And a pattern is not a fractal. A fractal, by definition, is a repeating, price action. A pattern, a head and shoulders, is not a fractal. It's just a head and shoulders. A cup and handle is just a cup and handle. They come in all different.
It's a chart.
No, I would disagree, but that's okay. We can disagree.
No, so you'll redo the same path, but you won't do it in the same aggressiveness or dullness, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I can't make sentences properly, but what I'm trying to say is if you just take, for example, this here, right, off of a bottom, you came from a bottom, and you take your cycle right here, that your cycle is the same as over here if you're on the bottom. So you take this, you have your same path here. So yes, this is ascending, this is descending, but the path is generally the same. It just depends on what day of the week it's done, if there's volume or not. But you could see here that you're trying to stay on the same bottoms. This one here is like an Elliott wave, became this entire one here. And Elliott waves. This entire one here is most probably, if we drop, gonna be, this, which you'll get back to this point here, and then you'll do the whole damn thing.
Anyone who doesn't think fractals are a thing, but Jay, I think it's useful to describe it the way that you do a lot of times, saying that this gives you a direction.
A direction. Yeah.
And so even someone who you say this is a bullish fractal. It gives me so we're going in a bullish direction. And I think that even people who don't appreciate fractals or believe in them or whatever can say, okay, that makes sense to me.
Well,
Because it's not going to play out
Patterns are
exactly.
fractals
I do.
too, though. 'Cause
I
you're
do-
looking
I do-
for, if you're
I do
looking at
believe-
patterns, you're looking
maybe
for
I
fractals
used the wrong
as well.
word, the B word. I do believe in fractals. Fractals are a thing, but in terms of an indicator to predict future price action, I would put
You can get
them.
wrecked.
I would put them on the lowest end of reliability compared to other things that you can look at.
That's cool. To each their own, hey. I mean, everyone uses. There's so many
Well,
different
he's not
systems and
arguing with me.
strategies out there. But yeah, do what works for you. And then,
Speaking of-
sweet.
Speaking of fractals, crazy. Are you home?
I'm Christmas shopping right now. I'll be home in about an
Oh,
hour.
you're out.
Ooh.
All right, because I got those charts I need to show you later.
I don't believe in Christmas shopping.
Don't spend too much on me, crazy.
No, but but if you think about it, a pattern 100% is a fractal. I'm not letting you get away from that one.
Well, what I mean is this: look, test, retest. Okay. Look, test, retest on the 1 minute. I want to see like where I think the chart is going. Let's say, right? Test, retest. We have our arcing down. Bonk. All right, perfect. We know we're trying a tail. So right from here, I already know I have my box and my fibs that I can lay out. Now, I always do them from the left to the right ear. There's a reason for it. All right. So now you have your 0.5 retest of the tail, the way I scale it, and you have your fail. So now you're searching for lows, right? If you enter this trade here, you're very ballsy, but you already have a positive test and retest. You've already crossed once above the closest 0.5. This was what got me in to seeing the cat and the fail. This is my next range because I already know we failed. And now we're in a tail, right? We see a cat. Fuck the cat now. Just take the fibs. I know right away when I see this that if I take my ruler now from my bottom, because we know we had a retest for the top here, to my top, I have my next perfect 0.5 fib. As long as I don't pass above this, I'm not getting into a long. If I do, it repeats itself extremely often where you now have a positive tail and you go, this is your target, top of the box. I do tons of trades like that, right?
Yeah.
There's a bigger one right in front of it. Look, here, look. There's your next box. Bottom, whoops. Bottom to your top. Look where we bounce. Left ear, right ear. So bottom, left, right. Body down. Very close to the 0.5. We didn't touch it though. It's still always trying to do the same pattern when you drop hard. You drop hard, you do a test, retest, an arc, then you try to boom, you try to go up like that, right?
So
just pattern.
Yeah.
Look, just pattern. Like they won't print identical, but look, test.
No,
retest,
I know they won't.
You know?
Can anybody, if I could, Turbo, can anybody
sure,
give me an example of a fractal in nature? Does anybody know an example? I mean, I know a couple like offhand.
The Fibonacci.
No, well, yeah, trust me. I mean, Fibonacci.
I mean,
but so
your
here's a
fingers and your hand.
No, that would be a bad
with
example.
pattern.
No offense,
A fractal
Rick.
is synonymous with pattern.
Hold on.
Okay,
it's
so here's a great example mathematically
What's
of a
that flower?
fractal in nature. The lightning bolt. The lightning bolt is a fractal. Okay. You cannot, with any certainty, predict what the next lightning strike is going to hit just based on identifying its patterns from the previous or the previous 1,000. You cannot identify what structure it's going to look like. But they all look the same. They're fractals. They all start from the top and they end at the bottom. Well, actually, technically, lightning runs from the bottom to the top, but it looks like it runs from the top to the bottom. That is a fractal. There is no predictive quality of fractals. You cannot predict what the next snowflake is going to look like based on the previous snowflake. But once it happens, you can say, yeah, that's a fractal. They're both snowflakes. That's why it is probably, no offense, one of the least reliable indicators in a chart pattern that is basically a conglomeration of a couple of million people all moving with their version of what is going on in the world in the news. The market does not print patterns that are predictive based on fractals, and that's all I have to say on the subject. But anyway, like Rick said, agree to disagree.
Real quick, within our group, we've kind of mislabeled what a fractal is. We've said within our group that a fractal is basically a complex pattern, and that's not true to what the real definition of what a fractal is. So I think that's why we get into this discussion a lot about whether fractals are patterns or whatever it is, and it's because similarly to a angular support or resistance, whatever, it's a misnomer. Like what we call a fractal is not truly a fractal. It's just a complex pattern.
Yeah, Clive drilled me about that one day.
So what I was trying to say with a finger
on a chart, you're looking for a fractal, right? When you're looking for a head and shoulders on a chart, you're looking for a fractal that you've seen on another chart.
No, you're looking for a pattern.
You're looking for a fraction of. You're looking for a fraction of a piece of price action that you've seen repeat before. That's what a fractal is.
But a fractal, it refers to itself infinitely in the same pattern repeatedly on different scales. So you would have to see if the head and shoulders were truly a chart like a fractal, then all you would see on the chart is a head and shoulders repeating itself smaller, then larger, then larger, then larger. And that's not what you see. That's why it's just a pattern, not a fractal.
My bad static with the hand and finger thing, that I was confusing that with Fibonacci, because that's Fibonacci, the golden ratio.
Yeah.
Like your finger joints.
All right, so here's
fibs are cool.
I actually found some middle ground here. Who was it who said that a fractal and a pattern are the same thing? Like a head and shoulders is a fractal?
They are not the same thing, but they are synonymous with each other.
So here's my point. I'm agreeing with you, but why I'm disagreeing that it's and it wasn't maybe you that said it's predictive, but you did say that they're a fractal.
I don't think
I will agree that
I will
agree that a head and shoulders and another head and shoulders are a fractal. So you got me to say, okay, that's a fractal. But here's the problem and why it becomes almost impossible to use the two as a prediction of price action. There are an infinite amount of types of head and shoulders. Some where one shoulder's higher than the other, the head is deeper. At the end of the day, once the pattern results, we can say, yep, that's a head and shoulders, and it broke the neckline. But it is not possible by looking at previous head and shoulders in a chart pattern to determine exactly how far down that other right shoulder is going to drop. That is why no more than every lightning bolt is going to look. Well, you can predict that it's going to go and hit the ground, but you can't predict in what shape it's going to take, where it's going to hit, where it's going to start.
Can I just
that's my point. And then
my angle, my explanation.
I don't believe that either are effective in predicting anything. I think it's all just speculative.
Okay, so then I do agree with you what you said earlier, that a pattern can be seen as a fractal, like a snowflake. Yep, all the head and shoulders are very individual, just like a snowflake. So I'm on the same page with you.
All I wanted to say was my take on what fractals are and how you apply them to trading and like charts is that all it is a behavior that is repeated on a high time frame. You can find examples of that behavior happening on the 1 minute chart, and that is fractal. That's a fractal concept. Like you get head and shoulders happening on the daily, you best believe you can find head and shoulders happening on the 1 minute. Like it's a behavior. It just happens zoomed out. Like that's the whole thing with fractal mathematics.
Yep.
Is you'll find a repeating pattern, and you scale it. Like the more you scale it,
but there's more to it.
You see it again.
No, he's
because your but your inverted plays too, right? Like if you look at something like this on your inverted, right, you know that it's also this on the right side up chart. Your point of rejection is your 0.5s most of the time, which is your pivot. So if you're able to recognize that on a higher time frame after that you've had enough data, which I feel the beginning of the runs of Bitcoin were not. They are a recognition of what's going on. Obviously, we're comparing stuff, but still, the main picture hasn't been printed yet on Bitcoin. It's too young, in my opinion. I know there's more. If you look at the BLX, I know there's more, but even
So-
your halvings show it. Like charts will repeat what they're doing.
You
So
know.
therefore-
Oh, sorry.
Yep, they will.
I thought you would finish your point. Go. Sorry. Go.
No, it's okay. It's where it's interactive. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I'll touch on the nature thing with fractals. My bad, Turbo. You know how microscopically you have an atom and you've got a neutron with electrons buzzing around it? Zoom the hell out, zoom way out, and you've got planets with orbiting bodies, like celestial bodies orbiting around a planet. That's kind of a fractal situation. Like, you find things that happen macro, and then you zoom right in microscopically, and behaviors can be similar in that sense.
For me, this is
Sorry.
the way I use them. So fractals and patterns and any trading strategy, it is not intended to predict price action necessarily. It is intended to effectively offer you an entry and an exit and an invalidation.
I feel it's
So
like it's useful
if
to
you're trading a
recognize
pattern-
behavior. Pattern of
Yeah,
behavior.
and if you're trading a pattern, you're trading it for entry and exit and for it to invalidate you, right? If you're invalidated, you exit. If you're validated, you make money.
Sorry, Turbo, I feel bad because you were still halfway through your idea.
No.
ahead, man.
No. It's because sometimes I just see things a little differently. A good example of see, I do get confused between a pattern and a fractal. I just haven't looked them both up. But what I can tell you is that when you do repeat them, there's an important fib that goes behind it that I've learned, halfway through this year. It was just a shining light for me. And it's been very strong for me with, I'll call them patterns. You have them here where you feel like you're gonna have always your atoms and your eves, whether they're atoms and atoms or atoms and eves, it doesn't matter. What matters is what comes out of it, where you have a clear rejection of a 0.5, which is also a V bottom on an inverted. We always see them. Every time you have a parabolic move, you get a V top, which is a V bottom on the inverted. So you follow these, right? And you recognize that at every top, so this is a top, this is a top. You do the same thing where you have your atom, you have your next one, which is supposed to be an eve, it's sharp too, and boom, you drop another level again. And then you do it again, atom, your eve fails right here. I bet you if I put a 0.5 again, it's gonna be just perfectly on. Whoop. Hold on. What happened to my screen that it went from blue to black? Oh, I must have had something else on it. All right, well, it's not, but it is on the smaller one right here. Adam, Eve, you fail it right here. And you drop again. And then what does it take you into? A huge one. Adam, Eve, you fail, you drop. You never recover from it. Your bottom changes that. You start to not only come out of them, you never fall below a 0.5 anymore. You do your next one, Adam, Eve, this one rips, right? Then you realize that you're just in an even bigger one. Adam, Eve, but before that, the whole market gets wrecked. Why? The pattern told you on this whole way. I mean, of course, why now? It's printed, yes, but you can get some type of sense where mostly the chart does an Adam and Eve, the Eve fails a 0.5, it drops you a level. It just does it over and over and over. with COVID dips, with everything you want, it still does it. Once you start to see that break of trend, you're good. You do your whole run and you climb, and guess what happens on your top again? Adam, Eve fails. That failed early, could have gone higher up, but you have your shorter TA, which people don't look at on the small time frames, that gives you more answers. So again, you failed them all until your floor.
Hey, Turbo.
Yes, sir.
Can I show you something on my chart? I'm going to do a Rick drawing thing here. Rick, I'm going to draw.
Okay, let me find it
go up
so
here.
I can stream it.
Just don't draw me a cat now.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I'm going to stop streaming anyways. Let me go to your chart. Give me 1 sec, bud.
Stay.
All right. So this is why fractals and patterns and trying to predict too early starts to frustrate me. And I got to be honest with you, a lot of people in my own Discord do this, and I'm constantly not yelling at them, but I'm constantly like, okay, guys, be careful. What a lot of guys in my Discord will do is they'll go, all right, here's a left shoulder. Here's a right shoulder. Oh, we're headed for a head and shoulders. And I keep screaming, but I keep saying,
You sound like me.
this is not a head and shoulders. You guys are predicting that.
That's a search for the low.
I
already know that move.
Okay, but you guys are, that's not a pattern because this part hasn't taken place yet.
True.
And trying to say, if we
isn't
zoom,
this what B did last week? B did this last week.
If we zoom, I don't know if he did. If we,
that is the pattern on Bitcoin. That's the only thing it does.
well,
Head and
what
shoulders.
some of my guys will
Well, hold
do.
on. Let him finish his
Shoulders,
sentence.
there's never a fucking goddamn right shoulder. They called it the one-armed bandit all the
Yeah.
time.
So what some of my guys will do is they'll look back and they'll go, look, here was a head and shoulders, and look what's happening right now. We're going to do a head and shoulders. And I keep saying to them, this is not a pattern yet. You guys are extrapolating what you think is going to happen in the future, and you may very well get what you're looking for. But then there's another side to this coin. You might just get this.
I love
which is
that move.
not
That's
a
my
head and
favorite
shoulders,
move.
clearly. It's just you're
Yes.
predicting too early. My other guys they do the same thing. I got a group of people who love cup and handles. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is a cup and handle. And I go, well, where's the handle? And they're like, oh, it's coming. And then all of a sudden it goes, nope, that was a double top. You know, and I keep trying to explain to them that stop trying to identify patterns before they happen because you get wrecked.
So I guess
but start
the
it.
only
They must
time
not
you
be
should ever,
looking at-
in my opinion, the only time you should ever play a head and shoulders is when you clearly have a pattern like this, and you start saying to yourself, "Okay, if it
testing the
breaks this neckline,
right?
If it breaks this neckline, I'm going to enter."
I think in those people's defense, I think all they're saying is keep an eye on if this becomes what it looks like it's trying to start to draw out. Like maybe they're not suggesting that it is one yet, but keep your eye on it because it could create one.
But to bring it home to the lightning, and then I'll be done. To bring it home to the lightning bolt analogy, last time the lightning bolt looked like this. So now, fast forward to the next lightning strike, and we're going, okay, this is a fractal. It looks just like the other lightning bolt, and then all of a sudden it goes like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because it starts off the same way doesn't mean it's going to finish the same way. So just a cautionary tale when you're looking at fractals and patterns. Wait for the pattern to develop and then read the tea leaves.
I agree. I totally agree with your sentiment in that don't put too much importance and bearing and weight into these things. Like they're not gonna. That's the thing with trading and technical analysis. You can't give anything too much importance in your decision making. Things have a piece of the puzzle, but they're not the answers. You know, they can be suggestive, and you want confirmation. You want you want your indications corroborating the same idea and direction.
That's what I was
the
saying,
best
Rick.
you can do. Yeah.
Therefore, entry, exit, and invalidation, because you are very likely going to be wrong. So they should be there just for you to enter and exit and to possibly invalidate you. That's it.
Right. Yeah. But hey, look, it doesn't hurt to look at them and identify them and see if you can find supporting evidence from other things, from other indicators, other oscillators, other patterns, volume spikes, like, or, you know, just use everything to your advantage. Like, try to formulate an argument as to where it's going to go. And if you're wrong, that's what a stop loss is for. Bing bong. Anyway, that's cool. I think that's a...
Bing bong.
You have to chart inverted, man. You have to flip your chart, because you have a lot of times on an inverted where you're playing the same move, and one is more ahead than the next. And if you know what I know and what many have caught on to, and you apply it to the fibs, you're doing some good trades. You're gonna get some wrong, because patterns absolutely fail, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because a head and shoulders, by the way, a head and shoulders, if you're gonna go for a lot of moves are built by going into a head and shoulders. The shoulder down creates the head to the inverted. It flips the coin. You go back into a head and shoulders. Your last head and shoulders is the one that breaks out. And there's a reason for that, because that's a pattern. That pattern is a cat. It's hard, but the ones who see it, there's a few in this group. There's a few now. Like, I can count more than on one hand now, which is amazing. It helps out in situations where you question, are we close to a floor or not? So I started inverting my chart a lot, and most of the time people get on my charts, they realize that I'm fucking charting inverted, because it's how I find my bottoms. I've been very strong on finding bottoms. I'm not strong on finding tops. I suck at it. I often hold a bag. My exits are horrible. Bottoms are pretty good. So I started inverting the chart because, fuck, if you just chart inverted, then you're gonna find your tops. You know? Like on all these ADA coins and AVAX and all that. Put your chart on an inverted 4 hour, you're gonna have a little check of reality. Even if they're meant to rip, you know, go apply that on those charts. You're gonna see where we're sitting on right now. Just one big ass cat. When do you not see a cat try to pitch a tail? They always try to pitch the tail. They fail them, but they always try. And that's where the fibs come in with the 0.5s. So it's all relative. And Elliott waves, don't even get me started with the Elliott waves, because Elliott waves are all just one cat in a bigger one, in a bigger one, and in a bigger one. So I see them get deformed, but when I can't see them anymore, I don't trade them. I don't know where I'm at on the chart. But as long as I can see them, it's amazing.
Do you have admin role turbo at all?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe.
Someone is after chatter role. They just want to be able to speak in the voice
mod,
chat.
I think,
yeah, you might be able to help him.
Who is it?
Brian Abraham Music in the voice
He's
chat.
in our
there.
Discord.
Yeah, he's from my YouTube audience. He just wanted to come in and get the chat.
Hey, did Bitcoin freeze?
No.
No.
It dropped.
Fucking MEXC. What's it at?
36,875.
Yeah, MEXC's in maintenance. I've been trying to get out of position. Like, I lost a lot of profit on this, and now I'm in the quick scalps. So I think that's what the problem
is. It? Mine's moving.
It won't let me get out of position.
Yeah, so
no way.
My referral link for PMAX, guys, just it's in referrals there.
Dude, get off
All right,
that shit ass exchange, bro. That exchange is fucking garbage.
Yeah, I think I
Brian,
am out of this.
Brian, just leave the Discord,
disconnect and then reconnect to the voice channel.
Yeah, disconnect and then reconnect, and then you should have push to talk capability.
All I know is in this type of market, if you're forming an M fractal and you hold the 0.5 from the bottom of the M to the top, I long it. And that's what we've been doing.
There you are, Brian. I see
Over
that
and over.
you're unmuted.
Is it really a fractal? No.
Son of a bitch, it's frozen.
It's a fucking drawing. How's that? It's showing me the same damn thing. I don't care if you drew it or if my grandmother drew it. It looks like a McDonald's sign and it holds a 0.5. I'm gonna try to long it.
Yeah, it's all just head and shoulders. Everything is head and shoulders, even if it's not.
Brian, are you there?
It's just an inverted.
You can
Hang on a
speak.
second.
You
Brian-
can test your mic if you want, Brian. Just say hello or something.
It's just some humor. I'm just fucking around.
Brian, if you might have to go into your voice settings.
Hey guys, I'm here.
Hey,
Thanks.
there you are.
Oh no, you sound like strings. Holy
What's
crap.
up? What's up, Brian?
What up, Brian?
What's up, Brian?
Good morning. Hey, Brian. What do you
Welcome
want?
to the Discord.
We heard your mic.
Thank you. Thank you
We're
very
gonna go
much. I'm doing well. I'm cash poor, but otherwise.
Join the club,
Crypto
man.
rich.
Yeah,
Hey,
cash
answer
poor
the
and
question.
cash
What do you
poor
want?
and like exchange, okay, I guess.
Exchange heavy. Yep, I got you, man. I'm the same.
Welcome
It's
to
kinda-
crypto.
It's kind of scary,
Welcome.
but kind of cool.
So
Welcome
anyway,
to the Kryptoneers.
my Jim Cramer joke that got erased from YouTube chat was, if I met that guy at a bar, I would slip saline solution in his drink so he has uncontrollable diarrhea.
Hey, I like it.
I think it was the diarrhea that got me. That got
Maybe. I don't know how sensitive YouTube is these days. I don't remember setting that word as like a.
Do you have Nightbot in there?
Diarrhea is a fun word.
I don't. Yeah. It's
Dude,
not a
Rick,
fun
do you have a
experience,
Nightbot?
I do, but I have trained it to flag certain things, but not diarrhea.
Dude, because if you don't program, dude, Nightbot can be a total dick. Like if you if you don't have him programmed, he can be a total dick, man.
Right.
Diarrhea could be pretty pleasant sometimes.
Brian.
I just opened a big can of worms here because we're not really talking about crypto anymore. We're talking about diarrhea.
Sorry, yeah.
Bro, he sounds exactly like Isaac. It's freaking me out.
Dude, I think he sounds like a cross between. I think
Yeah,
he
I
sounds
thought
like
I heard
a cross
strings
between.
earlier on, but no.
Yeah, I think he sounds like a cross between strings and matches.
I do good impersonations.
Hey.
Bro, that's fucking Isaac. Get the fuck out of here.
No, man, it's BA.
Brian Abraham.
Tripping me out.
No,
What-
it is Brian.
Are you-
It's not Isaac.
It's
I've seen him.
Are you East Coast, West Coast, Central, South Side?
Chicago suburbs.
Nice. I don't
I've
think we
seen
have
him
anyone
in
from
the
Chicago.
Discord, I swear.
That's cool.
Isaac in the chat.
Isaac
It's like,
Huh? Beautiful.
Isaac's like, is that me?
I call him Isaac because I'm from Australia. Isaac.
Is that my
Isaac.
split personality? Did my split personality?
Am I in
get
your
away
voice
again?
and in general?
Is Isaac not with us today?
You should be.
He's in the chat, but he's not talking.
He's no longer with us. Yes.
He's busy being Brian.
Is
He's
Static
one-
still in here?
He's one with the force.
I hope so. Where is
Yeah,
he?
Static's
No.
here. He's just deaf and mute right now. He's definitely muted
Brian,
himself.
Brian, answer the question.
Yeah, Brian, we need you to answer the question.
Oh, what's the question?
What do you want?
Because you can't be nice to new people. It causes the market to crash.
What's the question?
What do you want?
What do I want?
Don't worry,
He
Brian.
wants money.
I'm lost too. But it sounds funny. What do you want?
Yo, Isaac, stop trying to be Brian.
Jolt thing.
There's no right answer.
You'll get a lot of that in here. Like, things won't make sense, but they're fucking funny a lot of the time.
I have to catch up with the inside jokes.
Pretty
I guess.
much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's it.
The
Pretty
inside
much.
jokes. Everyone's here for that.
Oh yeah.
Unless you've been here for the past like 2 or 3 years, like you're not gonna understand like 90% of the shit we say.
But to speed you up,
Yeah.
anyone
Don't
that
listen-
comes
don't
in
listen to
gets-
them.
it-
This is
gets asked the
Versace. Can I
same
say something real
question.
quick?
You'll get
You
a
hear
crash
me?
course.
A lot of recordings.
No.
Oh yeah, a lot of
Definitely
voice
lot of recordings
samples.
in here. Voice samples. Yeah.
I love that
You'll get a crash
Wytho.
course.
That
You guys hear me?
Wytho picture. Yeah.
It's
dude.
all in fun, and when it's not, you're gonna know. Maybe not you personally, but you'll be you'll be witnessing it, and then everybody's good.
All you need to know in here is what is a head and shoulders and be able to identify it. You'll be all right.
It's crazy.
Be prepared to debate semantics for a good half an hour to an hour's time of just debating terminology and definitions and things that don't really matter, but they need to
If
be
you know
discussed.
everything in here, you'll fit right in.
I know. I don't know shit. I'm an amateur. I'm a high level amateur.
The guy that
thankfully for
I'm
you,
a high
we all
level
know
beginner,
everything.
low level amateur. That's
Thankfully for you, you're in the right place because everybody in here
Yeah,
knows
dude.
everything.
This guy outranks us.
I use the stochastic, the regular RSI, the Cipher B volume, and that's pretty much
yo.
it. Otherwise, I just like get further confirmation from smarter people. You know.
We have
I feel you, Isaac.
RSI in general we use.
I'm not Isaac.
Somebody
Yeah.
should have recorded that.
Wait, so you learn from people that are smarter than you? You said?
Why is
I
Isaac
try.
freaking out?
Oh well, you're in the wrong place for that.
Well, Brian, I'm sorry you had to hang out with Rick.
Hey.
But I'm
3 servers down and make a right.
That would be Tames.
I think
I've learned
there's a few that came through. There's a few people
Everything
that
I
came through
learned-
Crypto Down Under, like from back in the day.
Matches,
I think-
do you have a sweat between you and your microphone?
Yeah, matches.
everything
what happened
I
to your
learned.
mic?
The Tame the Ark YouTube chat. That's where I learn everything.
Oh, so
from the
you
moon.
were from like back in the
That was,
day.
that was a joke. You guys understand sarcasm, right?
Oh yeah. Ah yeah.
Sorry,
Of course we do, Isaac. Of course we do.
Got him.
I'm not Isaac.
Yeah, look, I don't know if Coley was ever in Thames. I think
Yeah,
I
she
can't
was.
remember.
She,
Yeah?
she was one
She
of the
was.
originals
Oh.
in Thames, but
There you go.
she never
okay.
talked on the voice channel on YouTube, but she was always in the basement.
I know Clive came through via Crypto Down Under. I think I'm pretty. Like, don't quote me on that, but there's a few people that come from other entries, other doors.
I thought Big Bear found Clive.
Oh, Clive, how did you find yourself?
Clive came from your live stream.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know, like
It was all up in your live stream.
Yeah, thanks.
Everyone
Rick.
was all excited for him joining.
I'm just trying to get credit. All right, come on.
Thanks
Come on
a
now.
lot, Rick.
It is definitely all your fault.
It's all my fault.
Word.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, look, does anyone know who Shocker is? I don't know what happened to him, but he used to build rockets
Yeah, I
and
know
shit.
who he is.
Yeah, Shocker.
Doing the pink one on the snake.
Shocker.
The Shocker?
Shocker. Look, Serrano and I, like I've said before, we met back on the Snipers Tube with Mr. LaCroix.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like it when I bring it up. Mr. Naeem Al-Abadi. Back in the day.
Did you know that Mitch Ray was actually in the first group?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
That left.
Yep.
He was in that
He was
first
an
group.
original. Yep. And he split off
Damn.
and then made his own Discord. I mean, made his own. Well, probably his Discord. But yeah,
those one dudes.
his YouTube channel's massive now. Very cool.
You salty about it, Surround?
No. Not at all.
Why don't you like to talk about it?
Well, what? Oh, it's just.
Oh, about
just not
Naeem?
talking about it.
Oh yeah, Naeem's. It's just ancient history, I guess. It's a long time ago.
We just talked about it the other day too.
Yeah.
Like 2 days ago.
Did. Hey, look. Everyone knows I like to bring up the past. Sorry about that.
So that's an OG tame guy that has a technical analysis YouTube. That's
Yeah, Brian.
Listen, Brian.
Yeah,
No, this is Isaac, not Brian.
Oh,
I
Isaac.
can't tell the difference.
Oh shit.
It's cool.
Brian,
Actually,
don't be
I have
trying
a
to
little
fuck
bit of
with
a
us.
cold, so maybe I'm not gonna sound like Isaac next time.
Maybe.
Isaac, don't be trying to fuck with us, dude. We've had enough.
I'm not
I
Isaac.
literally freaking called it.
Okay, Brian.
Did y'all already get an "I'm not Isaac" soundbite? Because that sounded identical all the time.
That was really good.
That's exactly what Isaac would say. I'm not Isaac.
Guys, my ears are ringing, man. Shut up.
Brian, relax. It's all good.
I want to see Isaac and Brian have
So,
a full-on conversation.
Brian, do you see what I have to deal with in here?
Brian, that's who you sound like, bro. Can you hear it now?
Crazy. I can finally tell you apart.
See how Brian's not answering? It's because it's fucking Isaac.
Yep, it's gotta be.
Wait, is Isaac talking?
I told you guys that it was me.
Number
I
one
told
bullshit
you.
guy.
I told you guys that it was me.
Number one bullshit guy.
Oh, it's close.
Stop
This
it.
is-
This is actually fucking me up now, bro. Is that the same person?
Dude, I'm really. I have to warn you guys. I'm really good at impressions. So
I can't tell who's who.
It sounds like one of them has the hand in front of their face. It sounds like Isaac's putting the hand in front of his face like this, and then taking it away like this. That's exactly
Isaac-
what it sounds like to me. Isaac, you fucking with us?
Isaac David and Brian Abraham.
Can you both say, will you play with us together? See if it sounds close to The Shining.
Ain't that kind of weird how they both got first names? Two first names.
Very Jewish.
the Jewish conspiracy.
See?
Yeah. Yep. I knew it. See? It's all adding up.
You called it.
Fucking called the doppelganger. I called it.
Honey.
Very nice.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun bowl.
Oh, remember? Oh, here I go again. Remember back in the day. Remember? Hey, remember?
Here we go again.
Remember Ocean? Remember how I used to always try to diffuse arguments and debates and shit?
That's exactly what I was going off of, pretty much.
And you would always be like, you would always be like, Rick, stop trying to calm everyone down. Stop trying to mediate everyone. Stop trying to, yeah.
Well,
stop trying to kumbaya.
Hopeless.
It's hopeless. It's futile.
They ain't believing us.
I wanna.
Remember?
Honey.
Remember? I
Mem-
remember.
Remember Dave?
I want to know the
taking Yard
context.
channel?
Remember Dave 56 bull market? Remember?
Remember?
I
I remember.
I remember.
How do you like the smell? Is it good?
Remember berries, always remember.
So we're still flirting around 37,000, I see. Still teasing everybody.
Yeah, I wish
still
that
going to fucking zero.
I wish that this 4-hour candle on XLM would turn green.
Oh yeah, well I
Did
wish
you,
I had $1 million.
Did you guys scare Abraham away?
Yes.
What do you mean, Brian?
Remember when there was only one Isaac in voice chat?
He wouldn't answer the question.
That's cool. So can you remember your day one of crypto? Like what was the month, the year and month, roughly?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It was when everyone was talking about the upcoming 420.
The Doge day.
Yeah, I bought. This is like a hard story for me to tell, but I think the more I tell it, the better I get. I bought 850,000 Doge when it was like 0.7 cents, and then the day that
0.07
they
or
took the
0.7?
buy button. 0.7, yeah, when it was less than a
70.
penny.
Oh, 0.07 cents. Yeah.
0.0, yeah.
Yeah.
When it's 2/3 of a cent, yeah.
Okay.
And then the day that they took the buy button away for the whole subreddit GameStop debacle, I sold like 90+% of it because it went to like 1.3 cents overnight. And if I would have just held that, obviously, that's a lot. I mean, it's a lot to think about.
That is painful. Yeah.
It's very painful. That's why I learned how to do this on my own, and at least enough to do it on my own.
So it wasn't easy to hold. It overnight, my shit jumped from under $700 to what 18,000. It was either 1,800 or 18. No, it was 18,000. It jumped up a crazy amount. I remember everything was taken back.
What's going on with your mic,
We
dude?
went to 4 cents. My mic sucks. Then we went to 4 cents.
Buddy.
Fix your mic, buddy.
Dude, you got lint in your mic.
Fix your mic. Come on, buddy.
Well, long story short, it went back, it cracked above that penny. It went down. It went to 4 cents. It went to 1 cent. So your heart would have been pounding the whole time because every time you would have been tripling. So you would have had, the amount it would have went up and down wouldn't have made you happy necessarily.
Yeah, I had no emotional discipline back then. Right now, I try to tap into the sociopath inside of me when it comes to that. Like, I have to be tough. I can't think emotionally. It's too
I got lucky because essentially I looked at my account, I was blown away by it, and I put down the phone and went back to what I was doing.
See, there's people who round trip.
I got lucky.
There's people who round trip shit.
It hadn't sunk in yet, and I had already had a few experiences where things happened that they shouldn't. They were too good to be true, and my experience was come back and check later.
At least you didn't round trip it though, right? I mean, there's people who round tripped it 100%. So at least you took a chunk, right? But it's tough nailing things in this market, man. You ain't never gonna be able to time everything perfectly. Don't put that burden on yourself.
Yeah, I kept just enough to keep working my way up to something, I'm so glad I didn't sell it all. That would be like really hard to deal with. But being new to it at the time and having when there's so much volatility, and I had, you know, thrown a few thousand or like probably 3,000 at Dogecoin just on a whim. You know, it's if you don't have emotional discipline and don't even have a TradingView account and know nothing, you know, it's not a good sort of environment really to start, you know.
Or you just learn from it, right? Like I was a, you know, I wasn't a seasoned trader at the point that I bought Dogecoin at 0.004, right? I was right with you, bought it a little bit before you, and I could have made twice the amount of money that I made if I would have sold it at the top, right? But it also taught me a lot too, right? So, and I'll always remember too, there's a opportunity in front of you. You know, you watch Apple go from out to what, Amazon go from this to that. I mean, there's always opportunities in this market to catch a fast horse. So never think that it was the one and only opportunity. You know, there's always more opportunity.
Yeah, my most seasoned friend tells me it was my tuition, you know, or part of it.
Yep.
I used to like Dogecoin. I still do, but I used to too. It's okay.
Y'all are the same person. I don't care if you aren't, but you are.
I can certainly see where the similarities are very, very prominent.
I used to like Dogecoin. I still do, but I did then too.
Brian sounds like Isaac with a really nice microphone, like a higher quality mic. Sorry, Isaac.
They sound like
same Isaac's mic.
When he tries to sound like Isaac, even more like him.
Brian is me in the alternate timeline, but we messed up when we were working on that time machine, so now we're both coexisting during it. It's really messed up.
Brian,
let me know when you finish it so I can go back and get
Brian
my
is
Dogecoin.
me in an alternate timeline.
Yeah, and then Isaac's like, you know, we just switch it back and forth.
Yeah, and
Multiverse
then
Isaac.
Isaac's like, you know, and then we switch it back and forth.
Oh,
This is better than OG and fucking Big Bear.
yeah, the OG and Big Bear thing, man, that used to get me. But this is so much closer. These guys are very close.
It's Multiverse Isaac. Gotta be.
How about
It's fractal.
How about
It's fractal, Isaac.
yeah? How about Strings and Elon?
Oh yeah.
No, that is Elon.
That is Elon.
Echo.
And you got Giroux and Vivmart.
That's pretty damn close too. But I think
never
Isaac
heard
and Brian
Jerry.
are the closest.
Yeah, they are close. I want to hear Giroux's talk. I've never heard Giroux talk.
Yeah, I
Just
think
saying.
Giroux is.
Who do I sound the most like? Who's the most similar to my voice? Or am I just a unique unicorn?
You're a unicorn.
Let's go. I'll
You
take it.
sound like Isaac.
Ain't none of y'all like me.
Crazy. I don't think you sound like anyone crazy.
Let's go. You don't sound like anyone either. I don't know why.
Nah,
though.
well, yeah.
You're very unique.
Well, we know.
Might be because he's Australian.
Australia.
Got him.
Got him.
Right
Yeah, it's just something about your voice. It's really different from everyone else in here. I can't really put my finger on it.
Weird.
Rick can talk American if he wants to.
Yeah.
Can it put its finger on you?
Yeah.
He sounds like John Wayne when he does it.
Gotta get some hamburgers.
Sounds like John Wayne.
John Wayne the rapper or John Wayne the actor?
Is there a rapper John Wayne?
You're
the same person.
John Wayne the rapper is excellent. He's a great producer too. He's a white guy and he's like Necro. He's like one of those white guys that authentically sounds unique, you know, isn't trying
Why's
to
he gotta be
sound-
white?
Why'd you have to mention he's white?
Why does he have to be white? Why can't he be black?
I think it's genetics. I'm not sure though.
It'd be pretty
Expensive.
cool
That's
if
what
Why
if
can't
I
he
was
be
just
pink?
faking an Australian accent the whole time, and like you guys were totally
So
fooled.
awesome. I knew you were from New Zealand.
No, and you were really from like
Crazy Romo.
Kentucky or something.
Yeah, Bob Rapoport.
Rick is from South Philadelphia, and we just don't know it.
South
Hey, Rick,
Philly.
can you do a southern accent? The American southern accent. Can you try to do that?
Can I do a southern accent? I can try, but I can't promise anything, all right? I can't. I don't know. I don't quite know how to pick it. It's
That's pretty good.
Actually, Rick, you know what, Rick, that actually wasn't too bad. But this one I'm doing right here is pretty much a lot better than yours.
What's this thing you guys call the cryptocurrency? Like, how do I get involved in that? Do I need to bring in some cash? Does anybody see a retracement on this, possibly?
Does anybody see a retracement?
You sound like Matthew
What's
McConaughey.
wrong with him?
Matthew McConaughey.
Guys, the only way that this bear market is going to become invalidated is if we break all-time highs.
I can't
Ocean, Steven, Siga Steve is Matthew McConaughey.
Cigarette Steven.
He doesn't enunciate enough.
Just trying to pick out like a Californian. See, when I try to speak West Coast, I just end up sounding like a Valley girl.
A beer,
Like,
a
totally.
beer was in here the other day, and I called him Biscuit.
There you go. Yeah.
No way. You did?
That's racist.
Yeah,
that's racial. We don't
You're
do
fucking
racial
stereotyping
around here.
Out of any
What's wrong with
country,
you,
out
boy?
of any people, Americans are very, like, you guys spot racism. Like, you're very quick to call it and, like, spot it. Out of anyone on the planet. Like, for some reason, Americans are very sensitive to it. It's good, but it's like, yeah, everyone
That's why
loses
we
their
say
minds.
called it.
Called it.
I miss.
You gotta hold those microaggressions.
Yeah.
Oh man, I miss a good verbal racial abuse by my my buddies in the military.
My
That was
counterpart.
good times.
Oh, God.
I literally freaking called it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to say, everybody, green blocks.
Green blocks. Nah,
Hell
look.
yeah.
Hey, honest, I just wanted to tell you, I was thinking about you today when I was
Stupid.
making some food because of those plates you posted like a month ago. All right, anyway.
Wow, you just ruined the conversation, man.
Yeah, I was trying to be like.
That's almost as bad as the diarrhea joke.
Yeah, I immediately.
Very
got
nice.
diarrhea after dinner, so I ruined everything.
Yeah, I immediately got diarrhea.
Yeah, that
Where-
joke,
what part of
man.
the country you
What a
from?
way to open.
Hey, Brian, what part of the country are you from?
Chicago suburbs.
Okay, interesting. So you have the generic accent.
Sausage. Yeah, a little. It comes out a little bit.
Right. You can literally morph your voice to any accent basically because of where you're from. You ever notice that news anchors can be neutral with their accent?
Yeah, like the southern ones, you expect them to have southern accents, but
Mhm.
they usually don't because it's
They're
not
neutral,
professional. That doesn't sound professional. If you talk like this and you're trying to talk about current events, no one's going to take you seriously that way.
Events. I love I love that. Events.
Hey there, speak
Events.
for yourself there, buddy. I sound real professional.
How
dare you? Hello and welcome to tonight's programming of current events. That's so good.
Thicker than a Baptist preacher in Georgia on a Sunday.
Oh
Like-
shit!
Now,
Here we
even
go
if
again.
even if you use big words like capitulation, but you talk like this, no one's going to take it seriously. No one's going to take it seriously.
Capitulation.
Capitulation.
That's kind of funny, actually.
Capitulation. It sounds like George
Yeah,
W.
Are you ready for
George W. Bush.
Oh, no, I ain't ready to give up now. I ain't going to capitulate.
The American people. Capitulation.
If you do it right, you sound like a 65-year-old Alabaman.
You have to have a mustache, though.
Did you just say a thigh tickler?
You gotta make sure you wear them jeans on the outside. I mean, on the inside of your boots, boy, before you leave this house.
Guys,
jeans on the inside.
I didn't drop $300 on a pair of boots just so you could wear your jeans on the outside of them boots, boy.
You gotta let them things rock.
guys, there's Christmas music on the radio.
Oh
fuck!
Oh my god!
Oh my
I'm a big
God.
fan. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is,
Oh.
but I turn that shit on as soon as it's available. I'm cranking that shit.
We're not friends anymore.
I'm a Christmas spirit
You guys
kind of
wanna help
guy.
me- You want to help me produce some like much better like seasonal type music?
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
between a few of us in here, we can come up with something pretty good.
Oh yeah.
No. I am not down. I'll be leaving the Discord if that happens.
So Christmas TA song. That'd be corny as fuck.
Man,
guys, do you care if do you guys all want to single the little jingle together?
Quiet, you can play the Grinch character. Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys
Hey.
want to sing a little Christmas jingle?
Where's
Mine can be the Grinch that stole the bull market. That's what mine can be.
did Donald Trump create his own accent?
Relax.
It's gonna be unbelievable. Like, where's that from? He's from New
New
York,
York,
right?
New York.
It's from
Yeah,
the
but he-
greatest state. It's from the best state. They got all the accents, and they're the best.
Yeah.
Better than any
He's-
accent you've ever heard.
Nobody's
So
got
I
that
almost,
better.
for a little bit, I tried to do. I was like, I'll change my chart. Like, I'll get, because I already have black and white candles. So I'm like, I'll change the colors of my candles to black and orange for Halloween. I tried it for a little bit. I didn't really like it. Then I was like, oh well, maybe for Christmas I'll change them to Christmas colors. And I was like, oh fuck.
You ugly.
then they're red and green.
It's like it's supposed to be.
You didn't even realize that they matched with the Christmas until you already switched them. You were like, let's switch them to red and green, and then you did it, and you were like, oh shit.
Fuck. Yeah, and then now my candles are black and white again for that specific reason.
That's supposed to represent racial conflict.
Yes.
I respect
Israeli
it. What?
Palestinian conflict muffins.
I made mine
Shit.
blue and white in support.
The whites get up, the blacks get down.
I'm actually putting up lights this year for the season for the first time.
The whites get up, the blacks get down. Hold on, we ain't letting that one fly. Daryl, you here?
You know I'm listening.
Hey, that's racialism.
Oh
You
man,
guys are autistic.
you're gonna get me.
Vaughn? Theo Vaughn. He straight up called these two hosts that were like invited him to their show autistic. It was like the most ridiculous thing.
Jeez.
I saw
He's
that.
like, you guys would what we would call in America autistic.
It's hilarious.
I don't know why I thought of that right now.
I saw that too. I know what you're talking about. It's funny.
Oh,
I got to that.
God, I couldn't believe it.
No, the reason why I actually do that is because it takes like colors are sort of linked to
We
emotions.
know. We know. We've all already
And-
heard this before.
Yeah, and so I try to take the emotion out of it, but also black and white was the first candles, like before they, like when they were just drawing them on charts. It was a white, an empty white candle, and a black one would fill. They would fill it in with ink.
I kept the green. I kept the green because first of all, it's my favorite color, and it's the color of money. So you got to remind yourself that there's money on the table, bro. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I'm
then that's emotional, and when the red candle comes out, it looks like it's bleeding. So
I'm not emotional about money though.
It's so deep, bro.
I love it, but I'm not emotional. You know what I'm saying?
You love it. Oh yeah. Ooh,
so what? You only fucking
affects me emotionally.
I gotta wrap.
No, the green and purple look good.
You only love green candles?
Thanks for watching
You
the
only
stream.
love green candles?
YouTube.
Is that what you're saying?
If I'm in a long, yeah. I don't love I don't love the other candles if I'm long. I like the color that I'm in, regardless of what color it is. The bitch could be rainbow.
That's prejudice because the black or the red candles are the ones that you buy.
Hey,
Those
hey,
are
we gonna
you're
keep it
supposed
up
to
all
love.
night. We gonna keep it up all night, huh?
Yep.
Here we go again.
See what he's trying to do, Daryl?
The red ones are the ones you're supposed.